All right, we are back, huh? We're back at the 9 Club, everybody. Today we have two very special guests, Mr. Brett Novak and Mr. Andy Anderson.
Woo!
How are you, dudes?
Doing good.
Doing well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Doing well.
Yeah.
Doing great.
This is a little surreal, so this is...
Is it really?
Yeah.
Dude, thank you for coming on the show. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on
Dude,
the show.
Amazing. First and foremost, I just want to congratulate both of you. We had Andy on our live show just recently, our Channel 9 live show, where I already congratulated him about the Paris part that you guys did. And but I haven't congratulated you. Maybe over the phone I did. I don't remember when we talked last.
I'll take it.
But to the general population, congrats on the latest film. It was epic.
Thank you very much.
You nailed it.
You nailed
Brett.
it. We done good.
We done good.
Thanks,
good.
And it's not the first time you guys have worked together in the past.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been around for a while, Brett. So, like, how did the Paris video come into play? Or should we even start with, like, the first time you guys even worked together, maybe?
Yeah, copy that. I mean, Andy and I have known each other for a very long time. I've known Andy since you were a wee one.
Oh.
Were you at the first roundup?
I think I was at the first roundup.
Was that 2012?
I think so. I think it's 2012.
First roundup? What is that?
That freestyle contest is the biggest freestyle contest in the world and was for 10 consecutive years.
Okay.
And I went to my first one at age 15, and that's where a lot of my career started, actually. That's where I got on Powell Peralta. Previously, I was on Protest Skateboards, and George came out to scout Isamu Yamamoto, who's also on Powell.
Freestyler. Okay.
So that's like, met Brett there.
Yeah.
He was working with Killian already at that time.
Yeah, Killian Martin and I have been working together since 2009.
Yeah,
is this the first Killian video that you guys did, or the second one, or which
Killian and I started in 2009, and then our first kind of like big breakout video was in 2010.
Okay.
But we premiered, I think it was Altered Route. I think it was the water park video at the Roundup. We had like, do you remember this? There was like a movie theater, and we played it was like a Powell film or something, and then we were the predecessor. Was it like was it the Bones Brigade movie? Do you remember what we screened?
It might have been a trailer for the Bones Brigade film.
I think it was.
It was like, coming soon.
Yeah, and then we played the Altered Route, which is a Killian video I did in 2012. So yeah, that would have been the same year. But yeah, so that's when I met Andy. Yeah, this is a Killian. That's the Altered Route.
Right.
We filmed this and that abandoned water park that's on the way to Vegas, in between LA and Vegas. And this video was a big one for Killian and I.
And how do you know Killian? You've always kind of freestyled, right? You've always been like that type of skater.
Yeah, I've definitely enjoyed being of the uncool club. That's
listen, all the freestylers own companies.
Exactly.
Skateboarding, so I don't know how uncool it is.
Yeah. No, it's a good club. Yeah. I don't mean to dog on it completely, but
we know
it's delightfully the case. But it's Killian and I have known each other forever, or since 2009. I've been into freestyle and like. I skated freestyle and street when I first started skating as a teenager. I had a close friend of mine, Mike Varzino, who was pushing me to skateboard as a teenager, and I was just like, it's not really my vibe. And then he showed me Rodney versus Dewan round 2, and that part just like blew my mind, both in regards to how it was shot, the use of music, and there was kind of like that interesting, like, I don't know if you remember, but there's like a blue sepia intro, and I was like, it's like cool and artsy fartsy, and it like totally lit up my brain.
Okay.
And then I got into freestyle and the tiny community that existed at that point.
It was even smaller then.
It was a super close family like that was just connected through message boards.
Yeah, I was not a part of freestyle at that point, but there was like, I always hear about the message boards, and like that was kind of the only, like when we do the World Roundup, pretty much everybody there is like the best and or only freestyler from their country.
Yeah.
So then when we all meet up, it's like, oh my gosh, like how do you do that? It's like a trade show where we all trade tricks and and maneuvers, because we can't talk to anybody else about our stuff. Either they don't care or they just don't get it at all.
Yeah.
What are these message boards? Like freestyle message boards?
Yeah.
I didn't even know those existed.
I mean, they were, like Reddit adjacent kind of things.
Yeah.
But there was like the WFSA one. There was just like a bunch of essentially just like earlier internet, standalone message boards that had connected what seemed like 15 people that still did freestyle.
I should have just got on AIM or something.
Exactly.
Just had some combos.
Yeah. This would have been for at least my era in it, or my intro into it would have been around like 2000, something like that. But yeah, we would like, at best, this is pre-YouTube. So at best, you'd like record yourself doing the trick, and then you'd upload it, like 100 pixel wide video, some ASX file or something like that, to the message boards. And then there was, do you remember bobstricktips.com? Is that pre your time too?
That's pre me, yeah.
That was like all that existed, at least accessibly on the internet, or it was like breakdowns of freestyle tricks, and they were just photo sequences. There was no video. So it was just photo sequences like you'd see in a magazine. And like that's I learned a lot of my tricks was off of that website. And I grew up in Chicago, so there was definitely no other freestylers. The first time I met a freestyler was when I moved to Los Angeles, in my 20s.
I've still never met one.
Yeah,
I've been in this industry the whole time. It's insane.
Yeah, we're an eclectic group. I think you're doing okay on that fact.
And then so from there, like, doing the Killian video, and then we were going to, because I want to really get into like Andy's and you guys' new, the Paris video that you guys just came out with. Because, man, it got really good reception, So, I mean, I loved it. It was beautifully shot. It was, Andy, you guys filmed it in like an hour, right?
Yeah.
Andy's
we got lunch in the middle of it too, so.
Yeah, lunch break.
20 minutes, 20 minutes, and 10 minutes.
We almost called it lunch break. Yeah.
A French lunch break. It's like
just a baguette.
6 hours.
Keep it moving. Yeah. So, but you were working with, Killian and all these people, and then you worked with Andy before. You did another part with him as well. And that was called?
It was just called Andy Anderson, a short skate film, which is kind of a reoccurring theme in my videos.
A short skate film.
Yeah. That was like, it's usually like if I'm doing, it's my first film with somebody, that's kind of the thing. And then as we continue doing others, I got to say shout out to Jim Goodridge, because he was the one who turned me on to Andy, being like, you see him skating freestyle at this competition, but you have to see him outside of this. You have to see him in the streets. You got to see him in the park. And he is like genuinely the reason I like
Jim Goodridge.
Deep dove. Yeah. Phenomenal skate photographer and very important to the history.
Nice.
But so we shot this piece in Vancouver, probably like 2 weeks, something that's usually how they go.
Yeah. Those were good times, man. Living at that house next to UBC. My girlfriend at the time let us stay in her house. She had like a way too big of a house that
Yeah.
And her roommates were out or something, so we just had this awesome house to live in right in Vancouver.
Look at that. It's a beautiful shot, man.
That's in Hippie Mike's property.
Oh, that's Hippie Mike's property.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's actually an old highway that there was a landslide. So they had to build a new highway next to it. So it's just an abandoned highway.
Wow. So when you like set off to do something like this, Brett, are you like, and we'll get into the Paris one right after this too, but I have questions like, and that bleed over into the Paris one, but are you, I was going to say, are you freestyling it? Are you like going in and like, do you have like a shot list, or are you just kind of like wherever we go, I'm going to like find something cool about this spot and film it, and then I'll talk to Andy about what tricks we're going to do. Like tell me about the process.
Yeah.
Because there are beautiful shots, by the way. This isn't just like, hey, we're going to go out and
Chris.
film a skateboard video and we're going to do tricks. I'm just going to stand there and film it.
Thanks, homie. I appreciate that very much. Yeah, I mean,
100%.
to be completely honest, it is kind of the latter. It's kind of like, in this instance, but this is true for most of the case, Andy brings me, so in Vancouver, in this situation, like Andy brought me to a lot of these spots, and I don't know Vancouver when I come here, but so Andy will bring me, or we'll find ourselves in these places, and it's more that my eye is just kind of searching for like light and shapes and like what stands out to me. So there's borderline no pre-production, there's no like shot list, there's no nothing like that. It is very much just like, as we arrive, I'm like, oh, it's just so fucking cool. Like the way like the lighting is like going this way and like it's casting on this, or in certain situations where it's like this street shot, like it's more of like I'm just kind of stuck with what is.
Sure.
So then I'll find shapes. Like in these sequences, my brain will kind of see like the bench in a certain way and like see shapes on screen. But yeah, it's very much, there's no pre-production. It's just kind of like
spontaneous.
Yeah.
It's just like skating, right? It's
It is
just like,
very that.
we're going to go. And Andy's very spontaneous. I feel like you could just kind of show up at a spot and just kind of do stuff, you know?
Yeah, I think one of the things that Brett really threw in my brain and is integral through all of his short films is 30 tricks.
Wait, what? Explain.
Yeah, so it was like I think that came out of the Killian era, or at least that's when I started thinking that capacity when I'd make these more consistently.
Okay.
Was that like the goal of the video in a loose way is to get at least 30 tricks. If we can get 30 tricks, and I always kind of say this, I think it's key to understand is that I don't look at these as like a skate part, right? We're not spending years on these things, and it's not the best of the best of the best. It's more of like, what kind of collaboration can we do over a short, in 2 weeks? What kind of a cool thing can we make that isn't necessarily indicative of the best things you can do, but also can create something really beautiful? And part of that comes with 30 tricks, and I always kind of push like variety, not variation. So I might lean a little less on saying, all right, let's do a switch version of this, and more of like what can visually translate to someone who might not understand skateboarding in a way that makes sense.
When you say, like, how many tricks is this?
That's one.
Like, are you sure?
It's kind of like 30 clips is really...
I mean, he just did 18 clips on that one ledge. Look, he did 50, boards 50, no, 5. I mean, that's 7 tricks right there.
That's the most replayed part of the video. I just saw that the other day. I was
is
like,
it really?
Yeah. When you look on YouTube and you can see the most replayed, that part is the most replayed part of the...
Let's confirm. It is.
Yeah. Wow. I'm glad I was right. 30. I mean, 30 clips.
Okay,
and
so
they're not
30. Doesn't matter if it's like a line. A line is one clip.
Essentially, maybe again, it's loose. It doesn't. None of this really matters. But I just find that for the amount of time I like to cover, and like songs and stuff like that's kind of like a good vibe to go for.
Gotcha. Okay, so this was Andy Anderson, a short film in Vancouver. Shot in 2 weeks. Roughly?
Yeah, 10 days.
10
2
days,
weeks,
2 weeks. Okay. And then we got...
Sup, dog?
Yo, what's good? that was... I just want to say...
Go ahead.
Preface to that piece was like World Roundup, Killian Martin video being released. My parents are there watching it with me. Like, how do I get a taste of that, right? Like, having meetings with Killian, like, how do you blow up? Like, what's going on? Like, how do you make it in skateboarding?
Okay.
Right? Like Brett and Killian were setting the example that would shape my career moving forward and show me like what direct, like the same way the Bones Brigade is like, oh, skate this way, skate that way.
Yeah.
This was like, I was at the blossoming.
When Killian's part came out, you did a couple parts with Killian, so excuse me. The first one you did was called... The one we just watched.
The one we just watched is Altered Route. So I think that was like our third.
Oh, that was the third
There was a
one.
few in.
Okay.
But the one that kind of blew Killian and I up, like our first like real viral kind of thing, was called A Skate Escalation.
That's the thing. Wasn't that the video? Because we were talking about this before. Was that the video that you saw that got you into the freestyle stuff, or no?
No, I was already into freestyle from day one somehow. I don't even know.
Since birth.
Yeah. Yeah. I was 4. My first moves were
spacewalking
freestyles
out of the
and...
Honey, I think we have a freestyler on our hands.
Put him back in. Put him back in.
but
so you were already into it, but this escalated it a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And then seeing the way that Brett films it, right? And showing the complications of the tricks. Like in the same way a good street filmer shows street skating beautifully.
Right.
This is an old one. Yeah, I mean, this came out 15 plus years ago, 2010, 16 years ago.
So Killian Martin, Skate Escalation.
Yeah. And that like title format kind of like
continued.
Okay. We did like illustration. Regeneration was a big one for us that followed this one. That was in Barcelona. But yeah, I mean, kind of a similar thing with Killian, where like he's a phenomenal freestyler, and then we shot a whole freestyle thing. It was pretty cool in LA. But then I started to learn about his street stuff, and then it was like, oh, we gotta, that sounds like such a fun thing to actually try to document. And I grew up doing freestyle and street, so it's very much like how my brain works as well.
Okay.
But Yeah, Killian he's the man.
So when you were saying about this time, was this around the time that you were talking to Killian and like asking those questions and stuff?
Well, he would have already been a god in my mind. And then now he's at the Freestyle World Roundup, like just legitifying the event to another level. Like, okay, this is the best of the best of our style here. This is like as high as it goes, right? So then trying to get my like mom, dad, like how could we work with Brett, you know? Like how could I get one of these in Vancouver?
Okay.
And then it's like, okay, let's figure all that out and see where that leads, right? And then that's what led up to the Vancouver piece.
Gotcha. How old were you in the Vancouver piece, by the way? When was that?
I want to say 21.
Wow.
I could be wrong. Sounds about right, though.
Okay.
21,
You're a baby.
22.
You're definitely a baby.
Little guy.
Yeah. Yeah. It was wild getting to know Andy. It's wild getting to know Andy now. I mean, you know Andy now.
Yeah.
Andy, 10, 15 years ago was like a whole other version of a trip. I feel like there's like, you're like on this like well-deserved, I'll say pedestal, but I mean in the sense of like people understand a little deeper way. And it's like meeting you for the very first time on the street. I always tell this story, but it's such a part of my brain of when we were all walking. It was me, Andy, and his then girlfriend, and we're walking down the street, and I was talking with her, and he's like following, and then suddenly we turn, and he's like gone, and he's like 2 blocks back. He had just stopped in the middle of us conversing, and he was like sharing a cigarette with like a homeless guy, and then we're like, what the fuck? And then we go back to him, and he's like, he was just telling me this crazy story. You got to hear this story. And I'm like, this is amazing, man. Like the way your brain works is so beautiful and like interesting and then wholesome in really a cool way.
Thanks, Brad.
It's a trip.
I wish I could say the same.
Yeah. Me too.
Well, I think, I mean, not to think that, I mean, Andy's sitting right here, but I feel like Andy's the type of person that can find something interesting about anybody.
Yeah.
And pull it out of them also.
Yeah. And it's sincere.
Yeah, for sure. It's like Andy's like, you're not having some bullshit conversation with somebody. You're really like trying to connect with them and like vice versa. You're like, there's something there, human to human.
Thanks, man.
Okay. I mean, that's pretty spot on, right?
I agree.
Yeah. Okay.
I 100% agree.
Yeah.
It just so happens that homeless people seem to be the most up for those kinds of conversations.
For sure. I'm glad that you're around because usually the homeless people always come up to me and start talking to me. So now you can find something interesting.
He sees them, man.
No,
he sees people in a way that is it's like something to aspire to. Like I feel very grateful and like blessed, if you will, of like the times that him and I've got to spend in this way, because like getting to know Andy in a deep way that is like uninterrupted, so to speak, you get to see like the full rounded experience that is like really like an impressive human to like in a lot of ways to look up to. It's very cool.
Yeah, when we film these projects, it's 2 weeks, like we're living together, we're in boot camp together. You know what I mean? It's not like, okay, I'll call you next whenever the sun is out. It's like, okay, it's raining today, we're filming in the rain, like what's going on? Sure.
Right.
So that's a really cool part about working on these projects is like we're living together.
It's 24/7. I hope we get along because it's very real.
Yeah, straight up.
And actually, that's a good segue to go into the Paris video, because now you're in a different country. Well, you are too. I mean, you're going up to Vancouver, I guess, to shoot that and whatever. But now you guys are both on, in this land that you're not from.
Totally.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of Brett's pieces are kind of like home pieces, like where the person's from. Yeah,
it's a mix, but
that's
I totally disagree with you. How dare you? Also, I wanted to point out the wine crack is just such a segue into the French conversation.
Well, I'm used to having wine go, but this one went quick.
That's how you know it's expensive.
Yeah,
it's that Cali.
It's a good shit.
Cali wine.
Yeah.
Got no time to waste. Gotta get to the good stuff.
Yeah. So you're in Paris. I assume this is a story. You go ahead and tell it how this whole thing came about with the Paris video.
I mean, the short end of it on my side, because we, I guess 2 different kind of lead ups to it. But on my side, I was in Paris I do a lot of work with artists, like artist documentaries and just in the more traditional art world. That's kind of my other thing I do when I'm not doing skateboard stuff. And I was out in Paris for an art related thing. And gave myself a couple extra days to just hang out in Paris. I love Paris deeply. It was probably third time there. That city means a lot to me and has had a massive impact on me. And I was out there, and I just one night was just like walking around the city by myself, and I just kept having this thought of like, I want to make something. I want to make one of my pieces here. Like I feel like I'm ready to, which I'm glad I hadn't done it already. Like, as not to have wasted it, so to speak. It wouldn't have been a waste, but like I'm glad I got to do this when I got to do it. But I had this thought of like, I just really want to make something here in a particular tone. And the way I kept looking around, I was like, I know so many incredible skateboarders. Andy just makes sense to me. He's the right person in my brain to be the character in this illustration I have in my head. And I texted Andy. It's like 1 a.m, and I texted Andy, which I found that text, but it was just like a very like, let's make a video in Paris. And immediately, like, oh, I'm in. And then he called me, and we just like talked for like an hour and a half on the phone, and just were like in that one moment solidified. All right, let's how do we make this happen?
Oh, nice.
What was your experience?
Dude, similar experience. Pierre-Andre was the first one to take me to Paris, and that was just, I fell in love with it immediately. There's flat bars everywhere. Like there's no cracks in the sidewalk. Getting around town is beautiful. It's a very flat city, so there's not so many like spots created by elevation, like not so many big stair sets. There's a couple, but it's not, the main focus is like kind of flat ground-ish spots, ledges, rails. And I knew I wanted to do something there, and the next time I went out was after Crazy Wisdom. So I did the Crazy Wisdom premiere at the New Barracks, which shared a wall with Jim Carter's art studio. And I had hung up my boards in an artistic way. And this was right before the Paris Olympics. I had already told myself I was going to the Paris Olympics to present my boards, but I had no idea how. And it was like 2 weeks out. And Jim Carter was like, oh, I'm doing an exhibition in Paris like right before the Olympics, and I'm missing a athletic artist for my thing. Like, you were in the Olympics and you're presenting this like art. Would you be interested? I'm like, yes, absolutely. So then on that trip, we did the show. That was amazing. The Airbnb that he put me up in was right next to that circle rail around the tree.
Okay. Yep. That's in the video. Yep.
So I never skated it, but I was like, oh, I gotta skate this. And then after the art show, I ended up lingering in Paris for the Olympics, and my friend Pat Bergener hooked me up with a spot to stay. And then for another few days, he let me stay at his mom's apartment near So through that trip, I got like 3 different locations I was living in the city. So I was like, okay, now I'm putting all the pieces together. And also Crazy Wisdom had come out, which was such a like hammer trick, and they're all completely unrelated to each other, and there wasn't much flow.
Right.
So I was like, I want my next piece to be something where I can just flow around and skate the neighborhood obstacles. And I'd love to do it in Paris, but again, I have no idea how that's going to happen.
Right.
And then months pass, and Brett sends me the text. I'm like, oh, of course this is how it's going to happen. Brett's going to film it. We're going to do all the neighborhood spots that like aren't like iconic spots per se.
Sure.
But like, oh, this rail around the tree really inspired me. Like, we got to go back to that. And one of the crazy things that happened, maybe I'm getting beyond the question here, was a lot of the spots we would roll up to the spot and then film on it without checking to see if there was a better location nearby. Okay. It was like, oh, this is inspiring this. Let's skate this now. And then we'd completely move on from it. Well, like, if we had more time, we would have scouted out the area.
Sure, okay, right.
And it just worked out insane like that.
Yeah, I could see that.
But I had in my mind, I really want to do a fluid type piece, and I really want to film something in Paris. And Brett just texts me out of the blue, like, hey, you want to do a fluid type piece in Paris? Like, yes.
Yeah, okay. So everything was lining up.
Yeah.
God damn.
It was lining up.
Yeah, I often think that like skateboarding is spontaneous, though. You know what I mean? Like the more planned out it is, that's great. There's room for that. But skateboarding is like going to a spot and then letting your mind wander about what you could do at that spot, right?
Yeah.
It's not like, and so that makes sense to me. It's like going to a spot and just filming there, not scouting around. You know,
I think
that makes more sense.
I think it's also just very indicative of like the way it could be received, or rather like as very particular as like this video is, of like very polished and very this and very that. It still is ultimately just like two homies skating around, and
Right.
it's and coming up on a spot and being like, let's do the thing here. Like it's very not bigger than that. It might look bigger than that sometimes, but like it's very not much different than that. It's just like two friends skating around a city and finding a spot and filming a clip. It's exactly that.
Now,
Hey, that's
when you're
me.
getting shots like this, are you guys always together, or do you go out and get B-roll too and then put it together after the fact?
So it's basically
That shot was so hard.
the majority of the shots were together, but but at the very tail end of it, after the 10 days that we filmed this, 11 days, I stuck around for a couple extra days. So yeah, if you're seeing very particular B-roll shots, there's a good chance that either I caught it just in that moment, or there's a good chance that it happened in the couple of days after the fact. Like that's going to
Gotcha.
happen. If it's location dependent, it probably happened in that moment that we were together. But if it's like a skyline shot, like that shot of the birds, or like if there's like a shot like that, there's a good chance that I was just by myself, walking around the city, and like that shot that's up on the top of Le Pompidou that you can't even get up to anymore.
Oh wow, really? Can we just play the YouTube version? This is flickering. It's really it's weird. I don't want to have your film
I
flickering
appreciate
while
that.
we're doing this.
I
We'll just bring
appreciate
it up
that
on
very
YouTube,
much.
and we'll give you another view. Also, view count, boost the view counts a little bit. You know what I mean?
Every view counts.
Yeah, every view counts. Yeah, I appreciate that, JC. Thank you, brother. And I mean, you're skating in front of the Louvre. Nobody's there, which is rare.
Dude, this trick was so hard.
Yeah, we got lucky. There's two extents. One, with the Louvre specifically, we went on a day. I found out the day that the museum is closed.
Okay.
So I proactively tried to schedule it out where we did that. And then the other element is that we got very lucky that at least when it's facing the other direction, the gate was closed off, and it usually isn't. So that cuts off.
This one?
Yeah, that one. 4K that. Oh, you got to do whatever you do. But yeah, so that gate right behind there is usually open.
Okay.
And usually there's traffic through, or at least there was when times I've been there. But so we got lucky in that regard. And then the timing, I think you left, like when you see those open shots and it looks empty, but it's facing the pyramid the other direction, and you're not in it. I think you went to like hit the bathroom, and I was like, there's no one in my line of sight. I have to get this shot now, and like rush to get this like straight shot on.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's not like we have any permits or anything like that.
For sure.
And I think a security guard was trying to kick us out as we were about to do the next clip.
Yeah, we got kicked out. And
like in
then
this moment.
we like kind of pretended to leave, and then
Okay.
Yeah.
and then he walked away, and I was like, I don't think he's coming back.
Yeah.
Bro,
He did his job, and then we did our job
Yeah.
or something.
I trip out on pigeons, man. Have you ever seen a baby pigeon?
I don't know if I've ever seen a baby pigeon.
I've never even seen an adolescent pigeon. They're all grown up.
Just fully, they're
They're
born
all
out.
they're fully grown.
What a burden.
Isn't that weird?
You know what I mean?
Anyway.
What a blessing and a burden. Mostly burden.
Think about that
Burden.
while you're out and
Yeah.
about next time.
They used to be our employees, man. Now they're just jobless.
It's true. Yeah.
But beautiful shots.
Bread for the cities.
Yeah. That was probably the hardest shot in the film, I would say.
Dude,
Really?
honestly, that shot took so long, bro.
Actually, I think
It's
what
like,
was
oh,
worse
you smiled too early.
the
Oh,
smile at the end, I think, was probably the hardest one.
bro.
But you did a great job.
You did a great job.
You hang up.
In a lot of these shots too,
I like that line.
at the end of the day, Andy's like this line to me, this typical Andy Anderson line, but
So
you could
good.
do it like every try.
Oh, this took a long time, too.
How did this take a lot, Andy? I see you
Look-
do this just going down the street to get a.
It's a particular sequence. It's supposed to be tricky enough to, like, make you kind of lose what's going on
Okay.
in that early footwork. But if you actually try it, there's the one step where the board stays. Or wait. There's the walk the dog, and then this one where the foot stays in the same place. Like,
Yeah.
all that stuff is so weirdly difficult.
Okay.
Yeah, the way that your foot lands in the middle, the how it's pointing is like super indicative of how difficult that actually is.
But I love that, like, people don't know that it's difficult. But
Right.
and each of those pivots has its own name, right? Like that's a collaboration of like 8 different pivot tricks, but it looks like one. But I right before filming this, I found I don't know what to call a pivot pattern that like works really well. Rodney used to do them all in the same direction, right? So he'd go. It would look like 360s where he'd go like nose stop, body varial, then keep going, and then he'd always end with the half cab impossible. So I was like, I want something like that, but I'm not good at the 360, so mine's going to be more walky. So I like kind of go forward.
Are you guys both like directing? Like in the sense of like that line that Andy did there, and he's talking about that line. Are you guys maybe skating down the street and Andy's like, hey, I want to do something here? Or are you Brett going like, hey, I like the background here. Can you do something?
It's
A
both.
little bit of both?
It's both.
That's
For
what
sure.
I figured.
Yeah, like I knew I wanted to do this line somewhere,
Yeah.
but I didn't know where. And then when we ride past that, it's like, okay, this is obviously where.
Yeah, it's a cool background.
And then
Yeah.
just waiting for the sidewalk to clear
Oh, yeah.
between each attempt.
I could imagine.
Yeah, that's true. Cause that was actually a huge part of this was that like it is just a regular. It's actually an incredibly main part of like where it is like a heavily trafficked walk
Okay.
spot. It's right by the Louvre.
Yeah.
But yeah, would
Yeah,
you
it
say-
is, right? It's like attached to the Louvre, right?
Yeah,
It's like the
it's when
outside
you
of the Louvre.
exit the Louvre. It's right there. This was the first trick I think we filmed. Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Are there 30 tricks in here?
I don't know actually.
You didn't count.
No,
Oh my.
no.
Well, we're not going to count.
If it
today,
fits
but
into my
anybody out
time.
there, man, leave a comment below, dude. Is there 30 tricks?
But this
might
might
be
count
more.
as a trick.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think you even knew I was
it's a
filming.
line.
Yeah.
It's a line.
It's a line.
Sometimes like because like that one shot rather when he's skating through and he kind of leans in. We were just going to somewhere and I just pulled out my camera. I don't even know if you knew I was filming at that moment.
Perfect.
You probably presumed I might but yeah, it wasn't like we tried to get that shot.
Wait a minute. I just realized something. A lot of the time when you're putting together a sequence of a film like this, like you want the lighting to be the same.
Well,
Are you dealing with that? Is that in post? Are you fixing the lighting and stuff? Like I know because you're good what is it? VXR?
VFX, visual effects.
Visual effects.
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
so-
It's a mix. So, this is a very I color corrected this piece in a very particular way. So
Okay.
I'm going to like try to create consistency in
Sure,
that sake.
sure.
But I mean, we are definitely, aiming for the best possible light in these moments. But again, it is run and gun. So it's like, if the lighting sucks in a place we're at, even if like the trick is like great, we're not going to do it. Like we're going to try to find a way to do it in the best possible circumstances. But again, it's just like a balance. Like
Right.
I've been skating most of my life. We're both skating most of our lives. So like we understand the balance of time and like what's necessary. And like, are we actually going to come back to the spot? And we only have 2 weeks. And so, but I would actually give more credit to the color correction I put into it, making it feel more consistent than it was.
Because I didn't even know. I mean, yeah, as a viewer, I didn't even notice any type of like deviation from like nighttime, daytime, or
Right.
like evening time. Sometimes you could just tell. Like,
Sure.
it wasn't really.
There's also like something to the effect of like putting the clips together to kind of create a gradation.
Okay.
So instead of like this shot next to this shot and they're very jarring difference in like lighting or whatever, I'll like, okay, these kind of have a similar gray wash to it, or these kind of feel like the lighting. So I'll know in my brain, I'll like, okay, I'm going to kind of put these together near each other to kind of at least make it less jarring.
Okay.
This trick.
Was this the first 360 grind that you've ever done?
Yeah, it's hard to find a circular spot like that. But if you go back a second, it was sharp enough. Dude, I got a weird story about this one. Just right when I pop on, there was go to the close-up one.
Okay.
Boom.
This one.
There was like one of those viney things
Yeah.
was twist tied to the railing.
Oh, like it had wrapped itself around.
Somebody was
to, like-
somebody was twist tying it to make sure it wrapped around.
Oh,
like they were
okay.
trying to train it around it.
Gotcha.
And we were like, Brett was really adamant that we wouldn't hurt the plant. So we like carefully like untwist tied like 15 different little things to like get the vine into a safe area. And then when we do the trick, land it, multiple times because there's different takes of this, and only one filmer, so you gotta do it like 3 times.
Okay.
Then we twist-tied it back up. You know, it's like, but one thing I wanted to say is right there, my front truck, you know how we were saying with the Ronnie Kessner?
Mm-hmm.
It was sharp enough that it caught the middle of my truck.
Okay. Yeah, you're not even... oh, well, the back is locked.
The back is
but
locked.
The front isn't.
The front isn't, which allowed me to keep my speed. When my wheel was wedging against it,
Interesting.
I would slow down too much.
Interesting.
So all the ones that I made it around, at that point, the wheel's
It
against
locks in.
it.
Yeah.
But,
okay. That's... Yeah. That's interesting.
And then doing the shove it out to set up for the walks out of it.
Right. No, a lot of cool spots, a lot of cool filming too. I like the up close filming. Sometimes up close filming is a little bothersome because they're just not.
I like to make bothersome films.
But it's not. But I'm not saying that though. It's like it's really well like framed, you know.
And like those 2 shots, the nollie lip to lip and nollie lip to Smith is like. The nollie lip to Smith only makes sense after watching the setup from the nollie lip to lip. Like, you can't just show that clip.
Oh, okay.
Right? So then how the clips work. And then we got another trick. Like, I did switch nose mani fakie flip on the mani pad going the other way. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't flow with the direction of, like, I'm coming this way. So it makes sense that I do the dark slide back on the other side. But it doesn't make sense to skate the ledge this way and then come back and skate it like that. Then you're not flowing as much, so that clip got cut. You know, like just weird.
I don't think I've ever thought about one skate trick as much as you've... Like, my whole career, I've never thought about as much as you've had for that one clip.
It's for the best.
That's crazy, though. Like, my mind doesn't work like that.
I love this clip.
Yeah, that one worked out too. We were just on our way somewhere else, and then that pole looked particularly ollieable.
Oh yeah, what kind of camera are you lugging around?
So this whole thing was shot on a Sony A7S Mark III.
So not that big.
No, that's just a regular
nice little,
regular DSLR kind of size,
okay.
very not fancy.
I'm picturing the thing with the shade on it and the whole. Okay, this is a DSLR, okay.
And it's just regular, Sony A7S III, and then 24-70 2.8 GM2 Sony lens, which is just a long-winded way of saying a decent zoom lens, but like nothing super fancy. This shot was that's the hero shot. Like
it took like
that's
what, 2 hours, 3 hours?
Damn.
Yeah, it was so hot. I was blacking out.
Yeah, I
was blacking out.
Insane.
Is this like it's not 16:9?
No, it's a very particular. I kind of like 235 mats. This one's like a very particular one. I don't even know the exact ratio off of it, but I just love how it looks aesthetically in a lot of ways. Also, it just like is kind of satisfying on a phone because it fills it like it basically fills it in a way that 16:9 doesn't.
But wait a minute, are you filming it like that?
No, I'm shooting 16:9. So I'm framing for a 235 mat.
Okay.
So, but like there is a version of this that there's more image to be seen.
Okay.
When we did the premiere in Paris, we did a bunch of like photo prints, and most of those I've taken off the mat. So those stills that are like framed and everything you're seeing more of the image, which makes sense in that realm. But I just like the way this looks. Probably not for everybody, but I love it.
Or we do Instagram post about it, and then they crop it vertically, and you can see stuff that's not in the film.
Interesting. Yeah, you get the top and bottom.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I love this clip too.
That's a cool building, man.
So cool. Shout out to Ben for
showing us the spots.
Yeah, man.
It was like, Ben Aurelian, the Silver Fox. He really like he took us, like we had no intention of finding this, or he was just like, I gotta take you to the spot. It's gonna look so good.
And he was right.
Yeah, it does look really good.
And there's a really famous curve ledge behind that wall. Oh. So that's where everybody normally skates. But
you guys are off the beaten path. Yeah, man. I like it, dude.
Too wacky.
We were talking about this on our live show. The influence from this came from a skateboard movie, Skater Dater, which is funny that you brought that up because when I watched this whole video, Andy's amazing. All the tricks he does is incredible, but this trick in particular caught my eye. Cool. Because I've never seen this trick before, and you did it so fluidly up the curb. I'm like, I got to do that. I want to try that. That's an awesome cool looking trick. I've never
yeah.
seen that before.
Thanks, man.
Little did I know he got it from Skater Dater.
Yeah, dude, it was first.
You know,
it's
little
kind of,
kid.
Yeah, like the first kind of film trick.
Yeah.
Right? This is it's kind of considered the first. Actually, that's a great example of like. I really wanted to put that Metropolitan sign in. Because those are around Paris, and the font is so cool. I don't know if it's true, but I heard that those might be phased out at some point. I don't know if that's true.
Oh.
Somebody said that to me, but I was like, oh, the font is so cool. I want a shot of it, and then came across it, and then that's a good example. And he's like, this is a good spot for this. Like we
Wow.
talked about doing this. Let's get this shot here. It's got the little lip.
Yeah.
It's got the little curb.
Everything's like works out. It's so funny how like it's just everything works out.
Was provided, dude. Paris provided.
Paris Provides was the working title
Paris provides.
Yeah,
because it just provided every step of the way.
it's true.
This clip is crazy. If you go back on it, there's a coming in from it's really difficult, and some were working and some weren't. So I ended up having to line it up with that yellow stripe on the ground.
Okay.
And that would stop my tail from chipping. It would fully make it slide out.
No way.
Yeah, so if I didn't hit the yellow line, couldn't do it.
Really?
Hit the yellow line, it goes in.
Dude, I guarantee you 500,000 people have watched this video and nobody would think that.
Yeah,
That's insane, Andy.
and it's a French barrier, so it's like a barrier.
It's a Perrier. Look at that. Bro, you're literally back tail is sliding on the yellow paint.
Yeah,
That's insane.
if it's
dude.
not sliding, it just hits so gnarly.
See, this is why I love this type of shit. Like you would never. Nobody knows that. I love it. I fucking love it.
And then this bike, just the timing, divine time, boom.
That was great. That was great.
So good. He didn't like, oh, there's a guy in my way. He's just like straight on the path.
He owned it.
Yeah, everybody's like in their natural habitat.
He's going to get a croissant.
Yeah.
man.
I think there was like even another take of that I was like, oh, I almost like this take more. Like we did like one other land out of the ton that we did, and then the bike coming through. You're like, that's got to be it. Like the bike is just. And I'm like, yeah, it's true. It's got to be it.
That's a good one.
Dude, the fakey tail scrape, that was for Skate Ninja, just to piss him off.
Let's see.
Love you, Steve.
Oh, okay.
It's a hard one. I had to do it on the white, because if you do it on the concrete,
Yeah.
it just grabs.
You've seen my snow plows, haven't you?
Yeah, I've seen your snow plows.
Thank you.
I like that. That's for Ninja, and the birds in the beginning are from me to Ninja.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Ninja
A
respect.
lot of
Yeah, I love you, Steve.
That trick, I landed and accidentally walked out of backwards, and I just happened to walk out of frame. Like, I was, like, out of balance, and was like, oh, I'm falling back.
So good. That's at the same spot as the Hington nose manny. It's just like right next to it.
Oh,
we had
seriously?
like Ben was trying to get us to leave to show us another spot. Like we did the Hington nose manny, and then he's like, we gotta go, and I'm like, but
the lighting.
but this is so beautiful, and he's like, we gotta go. I'm like, we gotta do it. We gotta stick around.
And then this street, you had previously scouted, and you're like, we need something on this street.
Yeah, this
Like,
is
what
kind of
can
an
you do?
infamous spot.
I mean, how many streets are there in Paris that you could film on? Like, there's so many, right?
It's
like,
pretty.
Yeah, it's a great looking city.
It's so good.
I'd be so dizzy, dude, after like 2 of those.
I feel like this one it's just you playing around. Like, I feel like we definitely didn't try to get that as a trick, the 360s. It kind of just happened. Like, we were hanging out there, and then the kids would come up to you and watch you, and so you would just do some freestyle for them. And I feel like that was basically what was happening right there, and I just happened to film it.
Yeah, you were shooting B-roll, and I was like, where's the concrete?
Yeah.
And I love gazebos.
Yeah.
So just skate under the gazebo.
I love a good gazebo.
I love a good popped pressure flip. You never see a popped. Look how fucking high. There might as. Look at that, dude. A popped pressure flip.
It's a little silly.
You know what I'm saying? Come on,
I
bro.
had him do it like 15 times.
That's amazing. You got some lift on that pressure flip.
That's what the board's for, man.
There you go. This was cool.
This is
Bro,
absurd.
I was tripping. I don't even think I've seen this. Crooked grind to front crook. Perfect spot to do it. But, dude, for some reason, I thought, I wasn't, it fooled me. I wasn't expecting it to go to front crook.
Yes.
I was like, damn, that's really, really sick.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I learned that one at UBC on a planter. But what's sick about this planter is if you look at the curb cut,
Yeah.
that part actually goes down.
I could see that. Yep.
So it carries me a little bit.
Got you. It's like the perfect spot.
Because it's really hard to pump through a 90 degree.
Oh.
And then I like just the geometry of it all, your board can stay the same angle.
Mm-hmm.
Like going from crook to front crook, it just changes direction.
It's so crazy looking. Look at that. Your board literally doesn't move. The truck adjusts to the rail.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like
that was cool, man.
I was really hyped to figure out where to put that trick. That
Right.
was like my highlight trick. And we got the kid watching in the background.
Well, of course, bro. Who doesn't want to see that? He's probably tripping on the front crook too. He's like, damn, I've never seen that before.
But what I like about this is where I land this kickflip is the setup for a famous ass flat gap. Normally you skate the flat gap going to the right.
Okay, yeah.
So the skaters were like, what? He didn't hit the spot.
You guys were hitting everything else,
but go back actually. Okay, so see, keep a little bit
going,
forward.
okay.
See the bus in the background?
Yep.
Just happenstance.
Mm.
Keep press and play.
Yep.
This exit shot, the bus is back.
So there's like a long-winded way of
No.
time in between these things of like trying to time it.
You notice, you're like, dude, we have to get another shot with the bus. The bus has to be there. Otherwise, it's going to look like shit.
And it took so many, this rollaway from the trick took so many shots. Like I was trying to overcomplicate it, like all these
my
things.
God. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want because it's all one camera, right? You want like, especially if in my brain there's going to be a setup shot and an exit shot. So the way I shoot these is like, we'll shoot the money shot, we'll shoot the trick, we'll shoot the clip, right? You know, whatever amount of tries it takes, and then you go, okay, I need a wide shot of you rolling up. I need a wide shot or close-up shot of you rolling away.
Right.
You need to do the same kind of motions too to kind of like make your look like your body is setting up for it. And he's got to match what his last exit in the clip looked like too. So and this one was also like, the lighting was changing. So that was actually one of the few times because the sun was setting and it was like, we got to do this now. We got to do this now. Because otherwise we're about to lose the light. It's going to look totally different.
Wow.
And the bus just happened to be
That's
there.
amazing. I love, dude, these little tidbits, man. I love.
That last trick, the ender, the David.
David, man. That was this was our biggest battle by a long shot.
Really? The manual revert to
Yeah.
tic-tac, go the other way.
We were skating it, and then this guy came up pretty fired up, steaming,
Okay.
and he's like, "You can't be here." We were trying to be as polite as we can be, but we're still like on his property. He actually owns the stage, and they do farmers markets there, and then he runs like the building in the background or something.
Okay.
And it was like quite a fiery situation. Meanwhile, there's a bunch of other people that are quite supportive in the background, but this guy, and he's like threatening to call the cops. And then it got to the point where some cops actually walked by, and I was like, just
There they are.
there they are.
Yeah.
Go tell them. So then that bought us some more time.
Yeah.
Like he walked off and chased down the cops, I guess, but then they weren't interested. So then we got some more time and then came back again, left again.
Furious.
Okay.
I mean, furious.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
The only person we actually ran into an entire Paris project that was like very angry. We got a lot of support the whole time, and that was the
Wow.
one time. Sorry, go ahead.
No, but yeah, and then we actually got the trick, and then his head honcho came out, and they came out together, and we had a more respectable conversation because I wasn't asking to, like, I wasn't like, okay, you can tell me what you're going to tell you, but I'm going to go do it anyways. Right? And then at that point, everything cooled down, and then it got to the point where he's like, we just did a skate exhibition a couple months ago, and you're actually better than the guys that we hired. Like, maybe we could work with you in the future.
This is the same guy?
Yeah,
Change
yeah.
his tune.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
wild.
just through like time and understanding
Right.
and showing respect. And then you want to take it from here?
We invited him to the premiere.
No way.
Yeah, he showed up. It was great.
Wow.
We love him. Shout out to David.
Dude,
Shout out David. Okay.
he is the man.
Yeah.
Wow.
And like, no hard feeling. Like, you gotta respect. Like, you gotta protect your property. You know what I mean?
Right. Some people don't understand.
Yeah.
I mean, we're skateboarders. We tend to
Cause trouble.
provoke.
mess things up a little bit, should I say?
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
That's very
You know,
polite.
And this-
chip a few things, maybe turn a few things extra gray, maybe
Yeah.
black in a little way.
And
know,
this
a little
particular
wax,
trick was
you
like
know?
all wheels.
Right,
You know what I mean? I was like, I'm literally not doing anything worse than walking on this.
right.
But he doesn't know that.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
it's almost like it's a language barrier in a sense of like cultural, like skateboarding culture versus like farmers market culture. You know?
Sure.
Right.
Yeah. Like he, you know what I mean? Like that's what he's worried about, farmers market.
I like the way Andy's brain works because it was very like as that moment happened, him and I walk away. He's very like we need Davids. We need people out there that are like down to protect the space. Like we need that in life too. We're like
Straight up, like,
absolutely.
What if we were actually a threat?
right.
Then
Right.
you know,
David would have been a hero.
he would have been a
Absolutely.
hero.
Yeah.
He's a hero.
He
Chris,
is
I want
a
to be
hero.
very
Shout out
clear.
to David, man.
Yeah.
David aside, and it's so funny to me because like Andy like is so famous, like to normal people,
Yeah,
like
dude.
no everybody like normies out there know who Andy Anderson is. It's like
100%.
it's fucking crazy to me.
Dude,
Like we're all famous in our own little worlds, you know, in our own little bubbles where we have. But Andy goes, he's in fucking Paris, and dude, like look at there's grandparents there, give him high fives and stuff.
This
like,
is
it's crazy.
That's
this
the
is where the
stage.
guy, so like where David is angrily yelling at us.
Yeah.
This is the group that's cheering us on in
Right.
between takes.
Right.
We wouldn't go. I've been filming skateboarding for 20 years. I have never, to the extent of filming with Andy, I've never had somebody like every 15 minutes somebody was coming up to us and being like, Andy,
And
super
they
excited.
don't even skate.
No, exactly.
It's not like they're skaters. They roll up on their board. Like, what are you guys filming? Like, oh, your new Paris video. Okay, it's Brett Novak. Like,
Yeah.
they have no. They just. It's mind blowing.
It's very real.
It's crazy, bro.
It's very real. I feel like that was like a big theme of this conversation with people like thinking we're having a hard time in Paris and people are kicking us out all the time. Like, no, dude. Overwhelmingly, everyone was excited for us to
Yeah.
be there and just so excited to meet Andy, as they should be, just to be clear.
It's funny, man. It's
It-
funny.
yeah.
But I feel like you have done, and maybe, I don't know, I'm tripping, but like you've done so many of these projects that are appealing to people outside of skateboarding, like this film. You know?
and
It's
that's
like,
it. That starts with going to the World Roundup, Kevin Harris being my mentor, taking me under his wing, and us doing county fair skate demos, and him being like, you may not be able to appease the core market, but there is people out there that don't know anything about skateboarding. What's their on-ramp? Right? Like, how do you get people into skateboarding? How do you show people what skateboarding can be? Maybe they get into it through freestyle and then they give up freestyle and fall in love with street skating. Maybe you're the welcome mat that they come to and then they just step on you and move deeper into the core. Like, whatever that is, like, Kevin taught me to accept that role and embrace that role.
I love that.
And
That's great.
it's freestyle world.
Freestyle, man.
We make videos your mom might like.
Yeah, so this was like, the intent was like
Perfect. I
It's
love that.
your mom's
Yeah.
favorite skate video.
Oh
like,
my
that's
god,
like,
that's incredible, bro.
and my mom has said that this is her favorite skate video now.
Now it is.
Yeah.
The most recent one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She had a lot of things to say, but you know, she didn't. She's a very kind and supportive human being.
I was like, Mom, I want to say that this is your favorite. Is it? And she's like, I don't know. Crazy Wisdom was so good. I'm like, Mom, you're so sweet. And then every time I call her now, she's like, wait, no, I think it is my favorite. I know you want it to be my favorite, so it is.
See, now I know where all the views are coming from.
100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This is maybe like a 5K topper.
Yeah.
And then all the rest are Andy's mom.
To be honest, fully supportive of that.
Right.
I honestly honored. Honored.
See what it's made for.
Yeah.
Dude, thank you for sharing all the behind the scenes stuff of that, because I love little tidbits.
Cool.
I love the yellow paint, tail skidding through that. I love all that stuff. It makes the video to me more enjoyable because now I got to watch it again and know everything that's like behind the scenes, you know?
Andy's mom's favorite parts.
Andy's mom's favorite parts, dude. That sounds weird.
Yeah, I know.
But
I
we'll
agree.
keep it
I
moving.
agree.
We'll keep it moving. I want to get into talking about your VFX stuff.
Sure.
Video effects. What does it stand for?
Visual effects.
Visual effects.
Yeah.
Because when I first met you, you were jumping in the van with Ty,
Yeah.
and I was whispering to Ty, like, Ty, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah,
This random dude in the van, man. Like,
I was
what are
saying
you
the same
bringing
thing to him.
Bringing people on our sessions, man. I don't understand this, Ty. What's going on, dude? Like, this is all when he was like in Wendy's, getting like a square hamburger. But like, then you were
That was specific.
you were telling it's the only place that has a square hamburger. It's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
It's like
Devastating, I would say.
crazy.
Yeah.
So you were then, because you were kind of then, we became friends, and you were telling me about all the work you did, the visual effects you were doing and stuff like that. And I want to like segue this into the visual effects video that you did. And we can get into the Lakai stuff you did, the fire stuff,
Sure.
and the floating camera things also. But one of the most fascinating videos to me is the backwards video.
Copy that. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
how did you get into the whole visual effects stuff, and who did you start to work for when we were starting to hang out? And then obviously you were filming skating alongside of all that too.
Yeah. Yeah. So I've been into skateboarding and filming skateboarding since I was a teenager.
Yeah.
But I grew up in the Chicago area, a suburb called Lombard, right outside of it. And I was always really interested in After Effects and visual effects and just anything kind of video and just teaching myself. I went to college for like motion graphics and web design, but not for film per se. But I was offered a job right out of college in LA doing visual effects for music videos. So I was working at a visual effects house, and I was working on like Beyonce, Lil Wayne, Lady Gaga, like the top names in like at least pop and a lot of different things in this era.
When you say working for them, like what is that job? What do you do? What was a Lady Gaga thing? Like,
Yeah.
What did that consist
The
of?
majority of what I specifically did, particularly when it came to the music video stuff, was post-production. So like things would be shot. Maybe in those ones I wasn't necessarily particularly involved in the production aspect of it. But once things are shot, they come through the place I'm working for, which is a small team of people. And we're doing like, visual effects. So it might be like, cool stuff, explosions and all those kind of things. But like 80% of that stuff's going to be like beauty work, which is just to say like make people look better, but like very particular situation that I, a little more disconnected from at this stage. But it is a lot of beauty work, but it's also, I did that for a while. And then the short end of it is that I ended up working for Jacob Rosenberg. And so, I know Jacob. Jacob, I would word as my adult mentor.
Okay.
He is the reason that I have a career in the way that I do, and he also shaped me as like a young guy. He brought me into. We worked at this production house called Bandito Brothers, so it was nothing skateboard related, but we connected over skateboarding. He actually did a talk at my college for like Adobe, just doing like dorky video stuff, and I went to it and I was like, this is the fucking guy. Like, this is the guy who shot Questionable. This is the guy who shot like the original Plan B videos. I recognize him. Do you remember that like biography that the On Winter video put? It was a Rodney bio.
On
Do you
Winter?
guys? Yeah, it was like there was a video series called On. Do you remember that?
Well, I know we're not talking about on video.
Yeah, like
the 4-in-1
yeah,
offshoot.
exactly. Yeah. So they did
yeah,
like
yeah.
a bio on Rodney, which is like I don't know how long, 30-minute bio. I had the DVD of it in like 2002, and it was somewhere around that, or some early 2000s. But it was I watched it religiously because it was like I was a total Rodney stan. So like I'd seen it a million times, and Jacob's in it. So I'd seen him like do his whatever he says in there like thousands of times as a teenager or young teens. And so then I'm in my college and I'm like in a giant like auditorium, and I'm watching this guy do a presentation on HDV tapes, and I'm like, that's the fucking guy. Like, that's the fucking guy. I don't think I listened to a word he said the entire time because I was so just starstruck, and I waited till like he finished up. I waited till everybody left just so I could like go shake his hand and talk to him. And I went down and I did, and I don't think anyone in that college like knew who he was. And I'm like coming up to him like, you're the god, like you're the guy. Like,
That's amazing.
we connected, exchanged emails, and he's like, if you're ever in LA, hit me up. And then I got a job offer in LA separately.
Okay.
Went out there, ultimately ended up connecting with Jacob, and then he brought me into work at Bandito Brothers was the place. But like everyone at the place would call me like Little Jake.
Little J. Okay.
Like just, I was like 20 years old, and he's just like got this, they all know how much I look up to him and totally give him shit for it. But yeah, he was like a really positive adult force for me.
That's
like
amazing.
Big time.
He's a good dude.
An incredible dude.
Really good dude. And we just had him on one of our live shows going over the Mike Carroll line. And
Right before The Shape of Paris.
Dude, yeah.
He was saying, like, I can't believe my name and his name
it's crazy.
are in the same title right now.
Yeah, it's so weird how things work.
Totally. I was sitting on a plane coming back, like finishing the Paris stuff. I was sitting on it because I went to a bunch of places after Paris. And I was flying back home, and I'm like looking at my phone and seeing, the alert for just like the new 9 Club coming out, and then being like, oh shit, they're talking about The Shape of Paris. And then I look and I see the description, and then immediately my name goes comma, and then Jacob Rosenberg. I'm like, this is so fucking surreal. And I sent Jake a screenshot really quick, and fucking wild. Like that was, I can't talk highly enough of Jacob. Like he's awesome. He was a massive part of me. But he was also, I was making my skate videos like with my friends at the same time, and he was kind of my eyes for it. So like I would make something and it would have, I do a lot of slow motion, less so now, but at the time especially, and he'd watch it and go, yeah, slow motion's cool. But it's like, it's just cool. So, whatever. And it's just like, fuck. Like, I got to learn.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Give me some tough love. But I like, he's, it couldn't be more important of a person in a lot of ways for me.
Amazing.
In my trajectory. And I left Bandito Brothers. That's like its own story.
Sure.
I left production. And then that was like the same. I got thrown on jury duty for a month and a half. And in that month and a half had like an existential crisis where I was like, going out to lunch suddenly, and I'd be like, wow, there's sunshine outside, because I was so used to post-production life of like staring at a computer and being in a dark office. And I quit my job, and that was the same weekend that the first real Killian video came out. And so like the weekend I quit my job that I was like, I'm going to do freelance visual effects was the same weekend that the Killian video blew up, and then my whole career shifted that direction because of that combination of events. It was a little fucking wild.
Hey man, you never know, bro.
That Killian video, man.
I know.
That's some real ass shit, and that timing. I'm just stating the obvious here, but it's wild how things line up. It's just the fact that your names were together in the Paris premiere on. I don't know. It's just weird the way that this episode happened.
Yeah.
Like it's just it's a trip.
And then are meant to be.
We did the Paris premiere. And then it's like, oh, nobody was asking him if he was available for it, right? They're like, okay, it's free on Andy's schedule, so we're going to make it work. And then Brett's like, well, this is a little crammed on my schedule. I got to go straight after this to New York to do my alumni meeting.
Well, the shoot was in New York. I had a shoot in New York. And then I went from New York to Florida for an alumni thing. Like the same school brings me out to like talk to students and stuff.
Oh, that's sick.
But then it lined up that the video just came out, so it's like all this energy around that adds to the like it all just like pop, 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 pop.
It was cool.
It's crazy. I don't know if I'm speaking correctly here, but
Andy called it my book tour. It was nice.
Yeah, it's a book tour. A video comes out, you go to your alumni, I can't talk.
Yeah.
So the visual effects stuff. I want to know how you did this video.
Copy that.
And we're talking about the video called
Kionk.
A short film.
Short skate film.
Yes, short skate film. Kionk?
Yeah.
Is the name of it?
It's a word in Armenian. It's I'm not gonna it's kind of abstract. It's a lot of things, but it kind of means life and a lot of it's just like a really beautiful and kind of like a strange looking word, which I actually really, from an English perspective, an English speaking perspective.
Okay.
Yeah, and I like that. I like that it's a weird set of letters, but also that its meaning is kind of like abstract and means life, and it's just a very ominous kind of word, or at least the kind of my reading of it. But yeah, this film came about. I had done a version of something like this in high school. It's just like just like proof of concept for myself. I was teaching myself After Effects.
Okay.
So I always wanted to do something like this where there's somebody skating forward and like a bunch of stuff happening in reverse around you.
Right.
And I did a version of it again in high school, but I wanted like camera movement. And then I had this opportunity to shoot a film in Armenia that was kind of open-ended and I had a bit of a budget. And I just kind of felt like this is my time to do it. Now I've had a career in visual effects, so I know what I'm doing in post-production, and I feel like I knew how to execute this. The craziest part about this was like, in order to do this, you need a special kind of a rig that looks like it looks like two sets of tripods, and then the camera's attached to one of them, and then there's a monitor on the other.
Okay.
I guess I'm getting ahead of myself. You need a rig that can film the shot because it's moving. This is a really key part. If you held still and recorded somebody skating and then filmed, they move away, then you film people walking in the backgrounds and this shot is still, you can cut out the person who's moving forward and reverse the video behind it.
Easier to do on a still static shot.
Exactly. If they're still, it's a pretty straightforward concept.
Right.
But I wanted camera movement. I wanted just fluidity and movement. And to do that, you need something that can record like from point A to point B, and that can also replay that movement on its own without touching it.
The camera has to make the exact same movement. If it's going from right to left, it has to stay on that same plane.
Totally.
From right to left.
But
again, twice.
The thing that complicates it, though, is that it's not just that it repeats A to B. You need it to be able to repeat B to A. Because if you film A to B and then reverse the shot, then it reverses the camera movement. So you need something that can reverse its own memory of the movement. And with our budget, especially, it didn't exist. I was calling all these production houses and all these people, and it's like, yeah, you need like a $500,000 rig. Like you don't have it doesn't exist what you want, what you need. And then one production house or one rental house in LA was like, if our guy in the back says, if you're willing to get a little dirty with it, we might be able to figure it out. And I went in, I spent a few days with this guy, and long story short, we got a rig that is only built to do A to B and repeat it A to B. But so every time, so this is Alexander Rademacher, who's like one of the most incredible and I would say underrated skateboarders in.
Dude, I saw one of the earlier tricks, nose Manny shoved English Manny 360 underflip out. Like
absolutely incredible.
Unbelievable. This guy's skating is so next level.
Yeah, like genuinely one of the most talented skateboarders I've ever met in my entire life. He's so good. Such a worth a deep dive. I mean, like, boom, boom.
Whoa.
He's so good. And then as we talked about earlier, like these are like short, we shoot these in 2 weeks. This is not indicative of his level. But anyways, so every time he would do the trick, it takes however many hundreds of tries to land these crazy tricks. We would then really quickly he lands the trick, and then we would have to plug in a laptop to the rig, copy metadata file off of it. I'd have to convert it through like 4 different ways and like spreadsheets and all these things so that I get left with numbers, flip the numbers myself on a laptop, send the metadata file back to the rig, and then overwrite the original movement, and then hit play for the camera movement. Then I would film B to A, and if I fucked up any part, look at this trick by the way, kickflip in Manny, I have kick
truck stand
to switch out,
not Casper, truck.
Yeah, and so if I messed up anything, which was so easy to, it loses everything. So we'd have to film everything again. We'd have to do another 300 tries for the same trick.
Okay.
And some of these are like fun and goofy, like this kind of stuff, but like it was more of like taking advantage of like the background and a lot of stuff that was going on. But this was then I have these 2 crazy opposing plates, and then I had to rotoscope him out. And this is long ago enough. There's no roto brush or anything like that. I by hand cut out 19,000 frames of roto. So like you have the 2 clips. So if you go back to like that last one when we were in the train, like those are 2 clips that you're seeing the people getting on in the background, and then it's him. And so I have these 2 different shots, and then I have to then go in with a pen tool and frame by frame cut him out. Like there's no way to select him from the footage, when I made this. Now it's a little different, but so 19,000 frames of rotoscoping animation that I had to do on this piece by myself.
With no budget.
Yeah, it's just me in my
lonesome
in my lonesome self in my house.
So quick question, a shot like this, just people getting on a train.
Sure.
Right? You're at the train station. Are you just letting it record for like 5 minutes and just kind of getting just the people kind of coming in and out?
I would say
then,
normally, but you got to also understand the shot's not still.
yes,
Right. So I have to keep repeating the shot over and
repeat
over.
the shot, yeah.
In this case, we like literally ran in. My buddy Max Flick, who's also like a partner in crime on some of this stuff. He like ran in and like was asking people if they could hold the train for a minute. Like,
way.
we don't got permits or nothing, right? So
right.
it literally is just like a couple of us just like, doing what we can.
That is so crazy, dude. So, quick sidebar, as you know, in the Lakai video, in Yeah Right, they use the same type of camera where it would like follow the same path.
Sure.
To get to for the invisible boards.
Totally similar
Right?
concept.
So
yeah.
there's behind the scenes footage of the camera going like, it's like fall, and then they do another pass, do the same exact
Totally.
thing. But the problem with yours is from going backwards. Then And so you had to
Absolutely.
go and insert all this like metadata. Crazy.
Yeah. And,
Crazy.
And like and
then cutting him out of every frame.
Every frame.
Bro, by the 30th, I would have been like, fuck this project. I'm out, dude. This is horrible.
Yeah, and he signed himself up for it.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't wait.
Yeah, I could have waited. Eventually, it was a little too much, but
I feel like it's that classic artist arc where you're like, it's enjoyable until a certain point, and then it sucks for a long time, and then it's great again.
Well, I just think that like as a normal person watching this film,
Look at
it doesn't
360 finger late. Boom.
Oh my god!
it
dude.
doesn't like, you don't think about how it's done. And if you do think about how it's done, you're like, oh, well, he filmed it once with everybody moving forward, and then the skater comes in and he films it again, and then he puts the skater in. You kind of think of it as a very simple kind of terms
Sure.
of like how, but it's way more advanced and like it's phenomenal.
Yeah, even
bro.
just cutting through
Yeah.
those two people. Like
That
look
one was
at
that was the roughest shot because the lighting had changed in a way that was
so it was
indicative.
shadow.
Exactly. So it's like the only example of that because we're also fighting the lighting change. So I'm doing the laptop stuff, right?
bro.
Yeah. So it's like the rough that clip.
I knew we were gonna find something.
this clip is the
dude.
roughest.
I knew it.
This clip is the roughest clip out of everything. This is the roughest clip, but it's
Dude,
kind of
he's
also
got
like,
no shadow, bro.
Yeah. There you go. Like boom.
Wow.
You know.
Incredible. I didn't even notice that, dude.
That's
Andy,
kind of the
you never would have said anything.
That's the hope. Well, if I didn't
I
say
know-
anything, I supposed to.
full vampire.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe he
Keep
just
sipping on
doesn't
that
say-
wine,
Because
bro. We're doing
the
some
board
shit.
is the shadow,
Yeah.
Right.
so he's just a vampire. That's
But you know what? At this point, it's like how this is such a great shot of everybody. There's so much movement going on. You
I
can really
needed
see
it.
everything's backwards.
and he supposedly died in the car accident at the beginning.
Oh,
So it's like,
right. Oh, maybe that's okay. Maybe that's it. Good cover up.
Good call.
That's a good cover.
Good call,
cover.
dog.
you don't need a shadow no more.
So from beginning filming to end final project, I'm uploading it to YouTube. How long?
Oh, I don't remember. Probably, I probably spent like 8 months plus
Wow.
rotoing it.
Crazy.
Yeah, probably like 8 months, which isn't even totally off from even non-crazy visual effects pieces. I mean, like the Paris project, we shot it in June, and I was like changing things up until like the night before it went up in March. So,
Yeah, but you're not rotoscoping 30,000 frames.
No, there's no
Yeah.
VFX in that.
Right.
It's which is a key thing. This is the first project that has come out in the era of AI that people are like, I'm pretty sure this is actually, I mean, not even just the skating, but also just the way it's presented too. And I'm
Yeah.
like, this is interesting. This is the least amount of visual effects I've done in any capacity on anything. There's no VFX in this film. It's all just like color correction, but
And sound design.
and sound design.
Yeah.
But
It is crazy. You can hear the board. You could hear the flick. Like, you hear the pop. You can hear the and then the catch.
Oh, yeah.
And
Are
then
you recording sound or just using the sound from the camera?
it's a mix. It's mostly sound from the camera
Okay.
and then my own like design after the facts. But most of it is like as is. But like I'm doing work on it, obviously. But a lot of it is there's definitely a lot of sound design, especially when I want to get rid of stuff. If it's like distracting to me, I don't want it in the background, so I might have to rebuild it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, this guy.
I
man.
know, dude. No, it's really impressive, dude. What did you do for the like Lakai? Was it Lakai?
The floating camera
Yeah.
is it was a fully flared Blu-ray release.
Okay.
That was fucking cool. That was also like an intense, absurd visual effects project. The story I think goes where like Ty had shot this. The way I know it is that they had shot this for the original release of Fully Flared, which would have been a few years earlier, or like several years earlier. And then Ty shot it where it's on fishing wire.
Okay.
And then it's like attached to like a broom. But the thing is, so then they shot it, but the thing is like he's in still most of the shots with the broom and the fishing wire. So like really, and I don't think they had any plates.
Oh.
So there's no like, or at least I didn't have access. There's no plates that I could use to like whatever. So I had to build plates myself, just like drawing them myself. And like,
Wait, what are plates?
Like a clean plate. So like if you like pause it somewhere, actually the TV shot was by far the hardest one because I had to like recreate his face. But basically the same idea as like the backwards video. You need the shot of like the subject. So in, like Alexander in the backwards video, right? And then you need the background shot. Because if you cut out Alexander, there's a hole. Right. So in this instance, you have Ty in the shot with a broom and like wires. If I cut out Ty and the wires, there's a black hole. I need something behind it, a clean plate. I need to basically create a version of this that has none of this, so that there's a clean background that when I cut out the things I want to get rid of, the background comes through. Right. But they don't exist on video, so I have to make them myself, which means like I'll go in Photoshop and create and like rebuild. I'll get rid of the camera completely in the shot. And then I'll build where the bridge, it's like OG generative fill, but that didn't exist. So like I would have to create a fake building in the background and create a fake this.
Organic intelligence.
Totally. And so I remember Atiba's face, I don't remember if it's this clip or the clip before, because like he's in front of him, was so, that one right there, like I have to create Atiba's face from nothing.
Because the camera's
the camera's in front of his face, there's no clean plate. So like probably that right there is not even a real image of Atiba's face, but more like an animation I did.
Oh, thank God his eyes are covered.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. But so that's what this whole video is me recreating like these spaces with so just Photoshop crazy. In a way that was like just not easy to do back then.
That is so next level.
And then when Ty met me and I was doing all this visual effects with Jacob for commercial and, you know, movies and stuff, you know, he was like, oh, Brett can do this. Like Brett can maybe take a stab at this. Like I'm sure I did this for like a couple boxes of shoes or something, you know. I didn't make any money off of it. It was like, but they hooked me up for a long time. Like I like sent me shoes for a long time.
So more than a couple boxes.
Definitely more than a couple boxes. Actually, it was pretty legit. But yeah, so I guess this is on the Blu-ray release that came out.
That's amazing, dude. That's funny.
That was brutal.
I can imagine.
That was so brutal. I didn't know what I was doing. I was like 21 years old and like no idea what I was doing.
Luckily, it's VX footage. It's not like crispy HD where you're going to like see every little detail,
yeah,
right?
It's very fair.
You could kind of like hide a little bit.
It was a little more forgiving, that's for sure.
What about the fire? What was that for? Was that a Transworld
Skate
thing?
and Create.
Skate and Create, that's right.
Do you remember those?
Yeah, dude.
Those were sick.
Those were amazing.
Transworld would get like what, 3 companies together?
Something like that.
And then give them a budget and then a warehouse, and they'd have to create something in that warehouse.
Yeah.
And you guys, Lakai created like a whole fire burning atmosphere.
Was there certain obstacles that were like compulsory, or was it like everyone starts from scratch?
What do you mean? Oh no, everybody, they would just, I think they had like wood, like they had stuff to build with.
Okay.
I don't remember. I wasn't part of the production, so I don't know. And everyone was so different that I don't actually know. I mean, Ty is Ty, so like of course it looks like insane in this capacity. I mean, everything that came out of that Skate and Create series, like Mike Manzuri did a bunch of them. Like they're all incredible. They're beautifully like interesting and unique. And this was like one of my favorite things to happen in skateboarding in this era. Which was then so kind of same idea that like Ty brought me in to do a bunch of visual effects work on this. This is very real. This is everything they shot is real. It's all on fire. It's real. But I came in. I don't really remember exactly.
Dude, are you kidding me? Look at this, bro. That's insane.
Have you seen this one?
No, I haven't seen this.
It's wild. Like,
So what are you doing?
Ty's
on
brain,
here?
dude.
What are you doing? You like it's.
I did a bunch of post-production on it. I don't remember exactly, but I think what it is like there was a bunch of stuff. I think they shot this in like a studio.
Yeah.
And they didn't like that you could tell it was in a studio for shots. I might be getting that slightly wrong, but basically the fire would light up things behind and they wanted to get rid of a bunch of stuff. So,
that makes sense.
And this is like the way my brain has like evolved into working, thinking because of people like Ty Evans, people like Jacob Rosenberg, which is very like nuance oriented. Where like say like that shot right there.
Yeah.
Like you see this big wall behind him.
Right.
And I don't really remember exactly. I remember working on the shot, but I bet there was like a bunch of stuff that was lit up because of the fire in the background that just, it doesn't look as cool if it's not like this ominous black background. So stuff like that.
Could I ask you a question? Are there lights also, or is the fire the light source?
I think the fire was the light source on these ones, on in this piece.
Okay,
I might be incorrect. It does appear like there is some light source on the ground.
Maybe.
If you back up
sure
on that shot, like that right there, you can tell there's a light source lighting there.
Right.
But I think for like the majority, so I bet what they did, because I wasn't part of it to be very clear, but I bet what they did was lit the feet or the low angle so that you get a proper write up, like it silhouettes the board in a way that you can see what's about to happen, and then the fire like illuminates the trick. But yeah, the way Ty's brain worked in this era, I mean, him and like Spike had more of an impact on me than aesthetically in a lot of ways than anyone else.
Huh. Yeah, watching something like this, you would never really think that like they'd have to like get rid of like the back, but it makes sense, right? It's like you want the video to be more compelling and not see like, oh, there's people's backpacks back there or whatever it is on the wall or benches. Or
looks like you're in a parking lot.
Sure.
It doesn't look like you're in a studio.
Yeah.
Right.
Because of Brett's amazing.
Because of his 48,000 frames of rotoscoping that he had to. No, but.
That's very much the battle. Like I just, I follow that same thought of like, I don't like stuff that's distracting in my work. Like I don't, I like to shoot it in a way and show the story in a way that is like what it's indicative to be just walking around these environments when your brain automatically tunes it out. But when you watch it on video, you catch it because you're watching it 1,000 times and you're analyzing it. So I like to, have work that doesn't distract from the thing that I'm trying to show you.
Yes.
I remember when we were in Paris, we were skating Republic. And this guy came up to Brett as a fan, like, Brett, are you that filmmaker that removes stuff after the fact?
He did it, really?
Yeah, he was like, I heard you like will actually remove people from the background to make the skate trick look sicker. And I was like, that's the sickest fan out moment ever, bro. Like he was like shaking, like Brett Novak, the guy that can remove shit.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Like not that wasn't the extent of his excitement, but the fact that was like a very particular thing that he brought up, like you're the shit for this reason.
I was very surprised by it.
Yeah, that was awesome, man.
Yeah. Again, a comical of like the Paris piece, because like I feel like I've seen like through comments overwhelmingly positive comments, but like if there's a negative comment, it's usually like this is bullshit. It's not that clean. It's not this. I'm like, oh, I didn't do anything to this footage. I didn't remove anything like other than like a crane in one shot that was like in the far background, like. It is as is, but comically, my older pieces, I totally used to remove people into the background because I just hated how it looked,
Right. And that's okay. You're not making something like, you're not trying to like get one up on somebody. You're not trying to fool anybody with it. It's just a visual appeasing video or film, So it's.
And Parisian locals just happen to look great.
There you see.
It is true.
Yeah.
You're like, oh yeah, they actually look like this fits.
Yeah, they're cool folk.
How's that wine, dude? You good?
It's so good. It's the best wine.
2023.
It's a great year.
It was a great year.
Great year.
I wish I could have brought more for you
it's
guys.
It's okay. No. You enjoy it. I like little buzzed Andy.
You want some?
It's good. No, you're good. Yeah.
We wish you brought the big bottle and we're just drinking straight out of it.
Yeah, with a straw.
With the crazy straw.
With the crazy straw. That's the move.
It goes around your head.
Do you have like a this is kind of a I don't know if I like these kind of questions. Maybe I shouldn't ask it.
It's a great question.
It's a good time for me to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, go ahead. No, we could talk without you. Because when somebody comes up and asks me, which is, I get it, it's a legitimate question. They'll be like, "What's your favorite 9 Club episode?" Or "What's your favorite guest?" You
Sure.
know? And I'm like, damn, I don't really know if I have a favorite guest. I don't know. Like, they're all interesting in their own ways.
They're all
you
my
know?
favorite guests.
They're all my favorite, right? Which is kind of a cop-out answer, for sure. But do you have a favorite video? Do you have like a favorite piece that like means a lot to you that you know, rotoscope 40,000 frames or, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I think I probably have a similar kind of response to as you do, which is like, it's kind of a really hard question. I mean, they're all differently important to me, is like the way I would put it. Like, I mean, Killian has had more of an impact on my career than anyone, period. Like Killian, I like everything that we've done together has been so vastly important to my creative process and like my understanding of what it could be to make one of these things. So like, I can't understate the importance of that. The Kyonk video, the one that we just watched with the backward skating, like that was like a personal project in a way that was like, okay, I can die after this. That's always a recurring thing with Killian and I, where we're like, we spend all these weeks shooting a thing, and then it's like, the joke is like, all right, Killian, you're allowed to die now. I'm not allowed to die till I get home and then edit the thing and then post the thing. Right. So that one, like these are like, going through this is interesting because I post so infrequently. Yeah. Most of these are short-sighteds, which was like this short series that I did, where it was like focused on one trick at a time. But like, yeah, it's I would, like I think I don't want to word it as like as an artist, but like I think the way my brain sees it is like, the latest thing I've ever done is my favorite thing until I do the next thing. And I mean that with like as much love and like grace to myself, which is just to say like, I hope that's always true, because I'm always like, hopefully improving or, resonating closer with my work. So
Paris Films is favorite. That's what he's saying.
I mean, right now Paris Film is my favorite.
Well, because you just had a strong connection with it and you just finished it, and it's just getting the it's just getting exposure, the way that it should.
I'm almost over it, We're getting close.
We're getting close. On to the next.
I remember the text message from Brett going, I feel like I can hear my everyday thoughts again.
Yeah.
Like 3 weeks after the premiere.
Yeah.
Because that was like the first video premiere too, right?
That was it was crazy. We had like a really legit premiere. We had a whole, in the center of Paris in Les Halles, we had this like beautiful like private screening sort of. I mean, not private, it was like a guest list screening, and then we had a whole art gallery dedicated to the next night. It was crazy. It was a lot of fanfare for what it was.
Like a block away, it's like Banksy, Keith Haring, like all these artists, and then you come to our gallery.
Right.
It was just like, what? How are we here right now?
Well, you don't even know. Maybe Banksy was at your guys' show, dude. You never know.
This is true. I don't know. Didn't they just unmask him?
I think so. It's like an old geezer, but makes sense. He's been around for a while.
One of my favorite parts of the Paris thing that happened was the fact, do you know who Invader is?
Yeah, he's got the little Space Invader tiles.
Yeah. He like sent me an email, had seen the work. That was like him and Shepard, like, it's a whole thing, but I got an email from Invader who had seen the piece and was like super stoked on it. And I'm like, this might be of the coolest things that happened out of this video.
What's his email address? Like Rob at
We can write it out and we can put it on the screen.
Yeah.
No, it was great.
But how do you know? Did he say, "Hey, I'm Invader"?
It was through. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, he works with artists. He does artist profiles, and his first one was Shepard Fairey of Obey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's exactly it. Okay. Shepard commissioned me years ago to shoot like a little documentary on him. So we've always kind of stayed connected. Okay. And then he passed it along to Invader.
Amazing.
And I think in his wording, I can't remember if it was him or Shepard, but I think it was Invader saying like, Shepard sent the video along with many other people sent me the video, which was also pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, that's
sick.
That was a cool one for me, was knowing that Invader got a chance to see it. We got a little Invader piece in there. I was pretty hyped on.
And a Shepard piece.
That's true.
He did a really good job representing the Parisian art.
Thanks, dog. Appreciate you.
A couple murals too. I don't even know the artist. And then we did these shots of the postcards he did these shots of the Parisian postcards, and the guys that were selling them were getting so pissed off. Like, you're not allowed to take photos of this stuff.
Right.
But he found the artist who painted the postcards and credited him in the credits.
Amazing.
So, even the art that was presented was well represented.
Okay.
I did ask him permission if we could put it in the film.
I love that you do your due diligence. Do your.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's good. Well, a lot of people probably don't care and they just roll with it.
That's fair.
You know? Yeah.
That's
Which
fair.
is why they don't want people taking photos of their postcards, right? It's like,
True. So right now, Shape of Paris is your favorite.
I didn't say that, but
Yes, you did.
But
I said that for him.
Andy did say it, but it's
my mom's
I
favorite.
understand
It's
that.
Brett's favorite.
The Shape of Paris is Andy's mom's favorite.
But it's like
skate
the
video of mine.
backwards film. It's like that was probably your favorite when you got done with it and you released it, and then because you had a close relationship with it. You
Yeah.
just rotoscoped 50,000 frames, and But I think you're like me. Like, you like the challenge. Like, you like to think of something, and figure out how to execute it,
and move on,
and then be done with it.
Then move
yeah.
on.
Yeah, that's me in a nutshell.
Yeah,
like
dude.
I have so many things around here. Like, anything that I do, like technical wise, it's like I think of it. Okay, I need to figure this out. How do I do this? How do I? And then once I figure it out and how to do it, and I've done it, I'm like, okay, please somebody else take over, because I don't give a fuck about this anymore. Like, I've done it. I want to move on. I don't want to even think about this anymore.
Yeah.
It's just how it rolls.
Yeah, the long-term stuff is difficult. I mean, that's like moving out of working in like movies and production and stuff,
Yeah.
and moving into short form is so much more indicative of how my brain works. I need to like obsess over something for X amount of time for a few months, and then I need to move on from it, because I can't stick around on the same imagery of anything. It's just like my brain's not built for it. I'm a terrible hire. Don't hire me for any long-term gigs.
I think it's worth noting too. It's like, when we're talking about all your videos and your YouTube page. By the way, anybody out there that wants to go follow Brett Novak Film is his YouTube channel. 125 is not bad. 125K. You got your little silver plaque?
I do have a silver
I
plaque.
love it.
I was on YouTube beta. It's a true story. 2005. I joined in October of 2005 with my buddy Eric.
Your video was the second video on YouTube. It was the one right after the zoo video.
Dude, we had a bunch of viral videos back
Really?
then. My buddy Eric Kopecki and I, we had like a talking thumb video that was like super viral. We were on MTV with it. We were on like the BBC. We were on like
This is on here?
Yeah,
This is
well,
it?
That's not the OG one.
Oh.
The OG one's on his YouTube channel.
Oh, it's on his. Okay.
But yeah, dude, this was a huge moment. Like this, like I love that Jorg is finding its way onto this
Nine Club?
onto Nine Club.
Jorg?
Jorg, yeah, that's the name of that right there.
A true Hollywood story.
Dude,
Jorg.
it was a whole thing. Like
Whose thumb is that?
Ambition.
my friend Nico, who's also an incredible skateboarder, and then the face is my friend Eric. And this was like we were like in high school, and we made these, and we were on MTV. We like hosted like a show on like MTV. Eric and I were on this Korean variety show. We had a lot of things.
Oh my
We also had a
God.
friend on Scarred.
No, yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that show.
Yeah, we had like a lot of stuff in this era.
Dude, who knew that a thumb could get you so far? Man? Crazy.
yeah.
This was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
bro.
dude. Yeah, the rotation. I made that like college, like this little like skate. Yeah, I mean, actually, right there, the backwards skating. That was the very first one that led to if it went down.
Where? Here?
That's
Oh.
the one. That was the one that led to the Armenia video. So
I'm
like,
gonna
if you
fast
see,
forward
scrub
a
through
little
it.
bit.
Yeah. So that's my friend Eric, and then my friend
Okay.
Tom, who both phenomenal skateboarders, by the way. And then it'll cut through a little bit. OG 240p.
Yeah, I can't pump this up to 4K. Sorry.
So in this instance, it was like Tom's backwards the entire time, the guy on the left, and then Eric's forwards the whole time. And so,
But you almost tried to make it look like he wasn't.
right. So like
Yeah.
this kind of thing,
Right,
it's like the
okay.
still camera kind of vibe. And then like I did another version in college that was like bumped up in like, After Effects understanding and stuff. But like this was, I mean, my whole like career came out of this era with Eric right there,
Right.
of us making videos. In like 2004.
It's amazing. Dude.
Yeah, true story.
Brett
Yeah.
Novak, everybody.
I know. Look at this, man. 235,000 views 20 years ago.
The OG one's got a couple million. on it, I think.
1.7 million skateboard trick tip video.
That one comes up. I did it was like a high school project, and that's Eric as well. And I have had, dude, when I did the Short Sighted series, there was like one of the dudes on there I didn't even know as well as a younger kid. We were talking, and he said he'd learned. We didn't even know that we knew each other in this way. He said he learned how to skateboard from this video, and I'm like, that's my video. I made that in high school 20 years ago.
Oh my god!
But we did this in Eric's basement. It was like a project I had to do, and this was OG YouTube, like horrible quality, and there was 7 videos on YouTube total. So like,
I love it.
Those are some good odds.
That's incredible, bro.
I love that YouTube started with skating. Like it just like made sense.
Absolutely. I mean, we were doing like VHS tapes and like burning early DVDs, so this just became one more thing that we like had a distribution of. Yeah, it's funny. I feel so like distance in this, not distance, but like there's so many. Everyone's like light years ahead of me now in a lot of ways. That like I was looked at as like the person who understands this beast that is YouTube as it was growing,
Right?
And then to find myself now on this side where I'm like, oh man, the kids. I have no idea like how this works anymore, and in a really beautiful way of meaning that too.
Well, you do you do know how it works. You know how it works. You produce something that's great,
Thanks,
and it will
homie.
get the views.
Thanks,
That's
dog.
the thing, right? That's the thing people don't understand. Why isn't my video performing well? It's just not that good.
Sometimes
I mean, you know what I mean, though. It's like maybe that's not true for every instance, but you know what I mean. Like you haven't posted in 8 months on your YouTube channel, then you post Andy Anderson's video, right? It's a good. You know what I'm saying? It's
Thanks,
good.
homie.
Yeah.
And that Orson Merry video, I'm sure you
He's
just
so sick.
did
dude.
out of your heart.
He's so good. Roger was there. Were you? You weren't there for that. Roger was there for that. Yeah. This was just me hanging out.
This kid's from White Rock, same town as me.
Oh, I do remember. There was a freestyle contest.
Roger's probably in that shot. Actually, Andy's in that shot. There's probably Roger in that background. Oh, just I would honestly just play the run. Like it like he's so sick.
Oh, this is a run.
Yeah. This is this is a one take run.
Oh, wow.
This is very indicative of what freestyle looks like. If you don't really like know what's going on in freestyle world, like this is what the competitions are. They're all just like one run, or multiple runs per se, but like it's a run.
Sure.
To music, so this is to David Bowie.
This is to a David Bowie track.
And everything's in time with the track.
Mm-hmm. Synchronized.
Because we don't got transition to sync up with, so we sync up with the sounds and the rhythm.
He's so good.
He's so good. He's ridiculously.
Did he win?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I think this was his winning run.
Okay.
I think he has like one misstep in this, and that's it. But otherwise, it's a solid run.
Damn, are you guys on the roller skating rink?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, Mike Osterman, like he's the man. Like you know Mike, right?
I mean, listen, they take their roller skating rink very seriously down there.
1,000%. Yeah, Mike pulled this off. I mean, sure, a lot of people pull this off, but Mike is like, he's done so much for this community. It's insane.
Yeah, Mike Osterman is the leading man, and when it comes to freestyle,
Yeah.
any sort of event, any sort of thing, he's the head of it, especially in America.
Yeah, we like don't deserve Mike.
Yeah,
in a very loving way. Like he's as good as it gets. Like as a human.
The earliest World Roundup, he was like the graphic on the T-shirt.
Oh, yeah?
Was like a G turn for Mike. Like that was the sickest.
Damn.
Sickest.
He's the logo.
And he's owns the company that Orson's riding for. So his board is a Mike Osterman.
Oh, nice.
Board and wheels.
Beautiful, man.
Waltz. It's so good.
Dang.
Look at this. We got a freestyle run on the 9 Club. This is bizarre.
Dude.
What have we done? My
Something-
apologies to anybody watching.
Well,
Something evil.
I mean, we have had Don Brown on before.
That's
so,
fair.
yeah.
Don Brown made my my trick acknowledgement.
Oh, did he?
He was the first guy that I saw that was doing travel freestyle. Like so much freestyle is in a location,
Yeah.
but like Don Brown's Barge at Will part, he's like going down the boardwalk, like flowing with it. Kevin Harris did that too in Santa Monica.
Okay.
But Don's like flow style of like getting from here to there while freestyling really inspired me. Yeah, this part.
Hell yeah.
Another freestyle.
Yeah,
Man,
just
what is
about
this? What does this come to?
a bladder break.
Yeah, go ahead.
He's on the mic right now like, yeah, I skate freestyle because there's no skate parks where I'm from, so that's all there was. Got to skate freestyle. But you see how he's traveling with it, right?
Right. I see what you're saying. Yep.
And there's the jaywalk. One wheel wheelie.
Kind of reminiscent of like the Powell videos where they're like skating down the street doing their thing, but he's freestyling. I wonder
Totally.
where is this? It's Southern California, but Santa Monica.
Yeah,
Look,
right?
right there by the bluffs.
Unreal.
Crazy.
Old school tray flip.
God.
Traveling, right? Skinny path.
I bet right after this he did a tough guy shot.
For sure. The Nollie 540 shove it on lock.
Dude, what? No, this isn't Santa Monica. Is it? No.
It looks like it.
It does, but I don't think it is, bro.
Maybe it's Huntington.
I mean, I don't really know what it looked like in the 1950s. Sorry, Don. Just kidding.
It had me fooled with that one tree earlier.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know that tree.
We were just trying to figure out where this was.
What was the conclusion?
Looks like Santa Monica.
Looks
but
like Santa
probably
Monica,
isn't.
yeah.
It does look a lot like Santa Monica. Yeah.
But I don't think it is, bro.
Because there's the parking lot?
Yeah, but there's no pier. Some of these,
There's a lot of stuff in Huntington in this era.
Yeah,
it
there's
could
a
be
lot.
down south.
Huntington.
I'm thinking down
representation.
south. I don't think this is Santa Monica. We'll have to ask Don next time I see him.
This is more like normal where you're like in a spot.
Right.
Okay, here's a trick. There's a trick.
Yeah. He probably has Credence playing.
Yeah.
Trying to coordinate the song to the trick.
That's
Handstand tray
handstand
flip.
tray.
Insane. Tom Brown.
Dude.
Would you say the freestylers all own companies?
What a funny dude, bro. Don. You gotta love that guy.
Best dude.
Well, dude, this has been incredible, man. I'm a fan, dude. I love all the behind the scenes stuff. I love the backwards skating, and not to mention just the video that you just did with Andy. Film. You call it a film.
I'll take the film.
Yeah, it's a short film.
Yeah, a short skate film if
Short
we're being
skate-
very specific.
Short skate film. What are you planning on now? Are you got something up your sleeve? Are you taking a little break?
Sleeping
Are
is the
you-
first part.
Okay. Okay, getting some shut eye.
It was a lot.
Gotcha.
It was a lot.
Gotcha.
Yeah, kind of just hanging.
Okay.
I got some stuff coming up, but I'm trying to I'm figuring out life.
Are you're freelance?
Yeah.
So-
fully independent. 16 years since that jury duty moment.
How do you sustain your lifestyle? No, I mean
Lifestyle's
like
a good wording
like if
for
you,
it.
I mean if you're just like, what do you do?
Yeah, that's a fair question.
Like you've been working on this for a while. What do you?
Yeah. The short end of it is that I've been making these. I kind of refer to it, especially if people don't know skateboarding, as like an ongoing art project.
Yeah,
Like this is just a thing that I put out every so often.
It's not paying the bills.
It's like they overwhelmingly, with some exception, they're like very much a personal project.
Yes.
And if I'm lucky, I'm not paying for what happened. I don't pay for them to happen, but that I'm not necessarily walking away with any more money than I had going into it.
Like the Paris project was supported by Swatch.
Right.
So they helped pay for our flights, helped pay for the place we stayed.
Yeah.
They definitely paid for the premiere
Yeah.
and the art gallery, getting all that.
Gotcha.
But there was still even some costs at the end that Powell Peralta ended up picking up.
Okay. Yeah.
So we got away from this one without spending any money. We didn't make any money. There was a lot of money dumped into the project to allow it to happen.
There has to be. Yeah.
But it's not like we're lining our pockets with this project. This
Yeah.
is
For
like
sure.
we hope, like, we're willing to pay to get this kind of stuff done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fact that we didn't have to pay this time is sick.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Swatch. Thank you, Powell. Thank you.
Yeah. George. Jesus. Yeah.
Thanks, Jim. Thanks, Francois. Our style.
Bring out the list.
Bring out the list.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad.
It's very like, yeah. I mean, luckily, the reality of these projects is it's just like it's just me, overwhelmingly, and just like, you know, Andy. So like the actual cost of these are pretty low. It's like, you know, if we're willing to put in the time and not make any money off it, then you're talking just flights, Airbnb and some food.
Yeah.
But like that's pretty much all of the costs that went into it, because I'm doing all the editing. You know, there's not much money out there in that sense. But
Sure.
I mean, the premiere costs like 4 times the amount of money than the actual film itself. Like it's just the reality, because that's when you're bringing in other people, you're renting spaces, all
Yep.
that kind of stuff.
I can imagine.
It was nice that I didn't have to be part of that. I'm very grateful for that. But to answer your actual question, basically, I cut my time for the most part. I split my time in between shooting these skate projects, and I do a lot of commissioned artist documentary work. So after working with Shepard, like I over the years started becoming connected with several artists and several art institutions. So like a museum, for example, or an art institution will be like, hey, we've got this artist in Ethiopia that we're doing an exhibition with next year. Can you make a 10-15 minute documentary on them? And so then I'll just go fly out there by myself, go make a thing, come back and go, here's the film.
Amazing.
Make, you know, some money, and then that will buffer me for enough months. That'll pay my bills for the next 6 months, and then over those 6 months, I'll then go shoot one of these.
Right.
If it does well, a lot of eyes get on it. Maybe like some other job offers will come through because of it, and then I'll repeat the cycle. And
Yes.
that's kind of it in a nutshell. But yeah.
So when you go to do these other projects, those aren't on your YouTube channel. Those are for somebody else. You just
Most of the time, that's the case.
shoot it, edit it, and then give it back to them.
That's overwhelmingly the case. Yeah. I kind of wish earlier on I started putting them on my channel. I was like afraid to, because I felt like it was not like on brand with what I was doing. It was very skateboard centric in my channel, so I was a little scared to. I wish I had, because then it would allow me the outlet of not just putting out something for 9 months where I'm like, oh, I have done
Right.
cool shit. I just, you know, I haven't broken the barrier. So,
But when you do something for somebody else, it's theirs. They paid for it. They're maybe
very-
there could be some instances where you could do that, or maybe not do that. Or
I've been very fortunate that the clients that I've had are incredibly amazing and very they're very hands off, like 100% hands off. Like it's very I just go make the thing. They don't do anything with it. They don't fiddle, like creatively speaking. It's amazing, and they would be more than happy for me to present this to whatever.
Okay.
So it's really
the
it's
more
just,
eyeballs on it, the better.
yes, yeah.
In a sense.
Yeah, precisely. But that is essentially how it works. Is
Nice.
how it's essentially worked for most of my career.
Gotcha. Okay.
I don't know how I've done it this long. I haven't, you know.
As long as you're happy,
I feel
if it's working.
Is that it? Is it
Yeah,
only if you're
dude.
alive? That's fair. I mean, some years it's not as working, but for 16 years in,
Tell me about it.
I like to say I've been unemployed for 16 years. So you know, somehow I still pay rent here in LA, and I don't know. It's just is what it is, I guess. You know.
Respect to you, Brett.
Thanks, homie.
Yeah, dude.
Beats working for a living, as my dad would say, and I often say.
Well, so right now you're just chilling. There's no nothing on the horizon at the moment. You're just kind of taking it easy.
I got some things.
Oh,
In my,
you got it.
I got some things in my brain that
Okay.
I'm working.
Oh, for
through,
yourself?
For myself.
Ah,
I
yeah,
got some
yeah.
some skate projects that
Okay.
I kind of am thinking through, and Killian and I have been kind of like slowly chipping away at a thing for quite a minute now, and so
Right.
we're kind of working that one through. And then I've got some other stuff. I'm looking at houses out in Joshua Tree. So
Okay.
we'll see. I don't know. We'll see what happens there. But this is
peyote out there or something.
Yeah,
Just,
go find myself in the desert.
Yeah.
go walk
Brett's lost again, dude. We got to go find him.
meander
somewhere out
naked
there.
through the desert lands. You know.
Oh man, I heard the Joshua trees are diminishing. I heard they're they can't produce anymore.
They take so long they take like hundreds of years
Yeah.
to evolve in the way that they do, and that the climate change is a big part of the conversation. So there is a conversation that within 100 years they might not even exist.
That's what I heard,
So
yeah.
you know, we'll see what happens. But that is part of the reality of what's happening out there.
Those dang Joshua trees, man.
I heard they weren't even trees, man.
Yeah,
They're not. They're succulents.
God damn it, them Joshua succulents. I don't know why I'm using that accent.
I'll
but
take that.
It sounds pretty good.
It's,
Yeah.
it's
Desert-
kind of a weird
Desert
spot.
accent?
Hey, my little desert accent, mate. You know what I mean? Them Joshua trees ain't even trees. They succulents.
I think I saw you in an RV out there at some point.
May have been. May have been, you know.
Shirtless
Joshua-
and violently sunburned.
Dude, trust me, dude.
At Upside Down Elephant Rock?
Yeah. The Joshua trees are experiencing a significant decline, with projections indicating a potential loss of 80% to 90% of their habitat by the end of this century due to climate change, rising temperatures, and increased fire frequency. Declining rainfall, drought, and low survival rates of young plants threaten the species' future, causing them to move to higher elevations. Interesting.
Did you know that?
I had no idea.
Well,
Fuck yeah, dude.
I stopped paying attention when I found out they weren't trees.
I feel like that's when you got to start paying attention, Andy. You know, they're a type of yucca.
They're a yucca?
Yeah, they're a type of yucca.
Oh, there you go.
They're
okay, now I'm
cool.
into it again.
They're cool. The Mormons named them.
No way.
Yeah, when they were cutting through the area, the story goes that like to them it looked like Joshua reaching his hands up to the heavens, and then that's where Joshua Tree comes from.
I didn't know they were trippers like that.
Now you know.
You better.
They're out there doing peyote in the desert.
Yeah, you better become familiar because you're gonna have to go rescue Brett.
Yeah, 100%.
We're going to film a part out there
Okay,
in the rocks.
I love it.
On the sand.
I love it.
I've always wanted to shoot one out there, actually.
Yeah,
Just
brutal.
pogo into the
there you go.
ground.
Well, listen, I know you shoot mostly with freestylers and everything, but like Andy has taught me some freestyle tricks.
I've seen.
Just to let you know.
I've totally seen.
Yeah.
I've wildly impressed.
I don't know if it'll fill up 30 tricks of a video.
We
I'll gladly make a cameo. How about that? Okay,
Hell yeah, dude. I think the next one's going to be you. Just you pogoing for 40 minutes straight.
There's no fucking way that I could pogo for even a minute.
30 pogos.
Dude.
Yeah, you got this. What's your record? Do you know your record?
My record?
Yeah, you had a record at some point.
Dude, I stopped. No, I don't have a record.
Really?
Yeah.
Not even in your dorkiest 15-year-old self?
No, my record is 3. I just tried to do 3 and then stop. No, but
Well, wait a minute.
I definitely
You can
hopped.
do more.
There's a thing.
No,
where,
but hold.
what?
Can I interject here, dude?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Pogo. We're talking about jumping up and down on your board.
Yeah, the
right?
coolest trick at skateboarding.
I thought that the more pogos you do, that's bad because you're trying to regain your balance. I thought you have.
That's what I taught you because
Yeah.
that's my opinion.
Oh,
Yeah, that's an
your
opinion.
opinion. That's not the.
Well, it's like when you pogo, it's harder to not pogo than to pogo.
Yes, that's what you were telling me.
So if you pogo, but when you learn it, you're like, okay, and now I did 3, now I did 4, now I did 8. Oh my god! But then at a certain point, you're like, wait, this is just how I stay up. So I'm gonna stop counting.
As a fellow freestyler, do you agree with this?
200 was my record.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but everything Andy's
See,
saying is correct,
I
but
can't-
also 200 is my record. It's what you just said. Is it like once you learn it, like really learn it, it's not even a matter of, it's like learning handstands or something. It's not even a matter, like once you break after a certain point, you're like, oh, I could do this forever. It's not really even like I have to, or there's like a balance or anything involved. It's just like, yeah.
Okay.
But I was like 15 and it was like, but I want to know how many I can do before my legs give out. And it was 200.
200 is insane.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the pogos out there, man. Maybe it's a world record. Maybe you need a diploma next to that.
Next to the silver plaque.
Yep.
Is there a Guinness World for pogos? I feel like that'd be a great one to chase.
See, look, you're on board now. Where were you like 30 seconds ago? Now you're like ready to, you know,
Well,
fuck
if
the
it's in-
Olympics, dude. This is your new endeavor.
Dude.
If it'll make it in a book, like
Bro, dude, just flipping the script right now, dude. Listen, enjoy your wine, dude. I'm gonna give Brett a nice handshake right
I
here because I got
appreciate
some 9 Club stuff to give you.
To give me.
Yeah, and Andy.
This is the gift
Andy,
portion
I
of the
didn't
show.
give you- Andy, let me give you a handshake too, dude. Thank you. I didn't mean to leave you out of that.
A 9
I
Club
just see you
handshake.
every day. That's why. Well,
Love you,
not
Brett.
every
Love you,
day.
dog. Love you, Andy.
That hat, bro. I like that hat. It's giving me.
The peyote in the desert.
Yeah, it's giving me Pieta in the Desert vibes. My eyes are.
Thanks, dog.
hurting
Shout out
looking
to
at
Iron
that.
Glacier. This
Yeah.
artist is phenomenal.
But here's a nice
Oh.
shout out to the 9 Club. Here's a nice trucker
Oh,
hat
that's
for you.
beautiful.
Richardson trucker hat. This will keep you cool
Thanks,
in Joshua Tree.
Cool.
It's got nice air vents. You know what I mean? So when you get lost out there,
On this beautiful
you can stay
table, by the
cool.
way.
Yeah,
Thanks,
shout out to
dog.
Focused Woodworks, man.
This is beautiful.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you, bro.
it's great shape. Great shape.
Thanks,
by the way.
Andy. Oh, the hat. Thanks,
Yeah.
homie.
This is We got the 9 Club Yeti.
Get the fuck
Yeah,
out
dude,
of here.
This is the gold.
Are you just
baby.
showing me
is
this
the
or
gold.
like
Yeah, we sell these on our website, man. I'll give you a discount
You
code
can-
for it right after the
over
show.
5% off?
No, hot or cold beverages, dude.
Is this real?
Thing, yeah, man, this thing will keep.
This is
bro.
why it's so exciting to come on
Oh
the show.
my
Like,
God.
you know, like, yeah, it's cool and it's like legendary, but I suppose I could get a Yeti out of this.
Dishwasher safe.
Wow.
It's a good one.
Saw a video the other day of a guy pouring molten metal into a Yeti,
Oh,
and the Yeti like freaked out a little bit, but fully survived.
yeah, Yeti, dude. They're the toughest, dude. I got like 12. I have so many of them at home. I love them, dude. Fits in the cup holder. Like this is the best.
Wow.
This is the best.
It wasn't
Thanks,
a Yeti
Chris.
commercial either. It was just a guy who pours molten metal into things.
This might be a Yeti commercial at this stage.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a Yeti commercial.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have any sponsors, but you do now. 9 Club Bolts, Nuts and Bolts. This is our team. We have over 400. Well, everybody that's sitting in that chair is on the team.
Am I Flo for
No,
9
no,
Club
no,
now?
You're pro.
I'm pro
Yeah.
for 9 Club
Two
now.
listen, only
Wow. If all the street skaters I grew up with could witness, would bother to tune into this moment and witness this.
I'm just going to tell you right now, man, that's only 2 packages of bolts per year. So make them last.
Go
Okay? Every
me
6
that.
months, change them out. You know?
How do they hold up to 200 pogos? We'll find out.
You could surpass 200 easy with those, maybe 400, double it.
So I'll be chasing that. You and I will be fighting over the Guinness record.
Oh man, not with those bolts, bro.
That's true. Are you riding these?
Yeah, strictly.
All right. Well, then we're going to be
He's
of
on the-
equal capacity.
Yeah, but I
I look forward to our fights.
What was that? Here's a 9. This is for you. This is for you, Andy. This is a Channel 9 mug.
this for me.
Yeah, because you've been on our Channel 9 show. It's our
Aw.
live show, Channel 9.
What a beautiful set that you've created
Thank you, bro.
for that
Appreciate
set, by the
that,
way.
man.
Genuinely.
It's a good time over there.
Genuinely
cool.
a beautiful set.
Right?
I don't know. You travel a lot. You may be going to some different, hopefully,
pitch.
yeah, like.
Is this
going
a
from
normal
hot to
part
cold.
of these segments?
Yeah.
This is
This
amazing.
a 9 Club hoodie for
Get
you, bro.
out of here,
Yeah.
dude.
9 Club hoodie.
Wow.
What's it? Hold on.
I'm part of the Einklu. What's happening? Go for it.
Softest hoodies.
Are they?
Oh my god.
Yeah, they're good. Open this up for you, man.
Andy, look what you've gotten me into.
A new hoodie.
A new hoodie is what you've gotten me into. Thanks, homie.
It's great. They're my favorite.
Are you taking
hoodies.
off the price tag? What's going on?
There's like tape on here, bro. I'm just making sure it's not a
Wait,
second.
don't totally tear it
No,
apart.
but I'm just making sure it's not a second.
My question was more if you have
a.
a small.
I don't know why they put the tape there. Must have just got it up there. in
We'll have that
production.
conversation off camera.
I just want to make sure there wasn't like a hole in it or something. But
Damn,
it's
dude.
beautiful, bro.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, that's for you.
Thanks, dog. This is hilarious.
It's a shirt for you,
Get the fuck
Andy.
out.
This is for you.
That's for me.
Yeah, it's a 9 Club T-shirt.
What, dude?
I don't know. You like burgundy? It matches the wine, so I figured.
I'm about the burgundy.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Dude, thank you so much.
Thanks, Chris.
All jokes aside, it's great having you here, dude, and continued success. Can't wait for the next project.
Thanks, dog.
Thank you so much for breaking down all the videos that you've been in.
What a
And,
silly experience.
Not that you've been in, but this is the main one. This is a big. This is the one that we've all been waiting for, actually.
Chris, which one's your favorite? Oh, God. Is this it?
This is Brett Novak.
Yes, dude. You pulled up the pogos in real time.
Old footage of filmer Brett Novak skating.
I think
20.
I'm like 16 here.
This should be a meme.
Hold
Look
up.
at that.
That was like 26.
Hold up. You got to back up. Sorry, this is important. I guess you didn't really need to back up.
Oh.
That's my specialty right there.
Oh!
Wait for it. Wait. Boom. And then we got some no comply pressures in here. This is like these tricks is like all I ended up keep doing. All I kept
Dude.
doing forever.
That Casper to rail stand is way harder than it looks.
That jacket
When
was
it
stolen
works,
from me.
it's like, oh, it works, but
Okay, now we're moving. Okay, we got finger flips in. I think there's a little no comply south flip. Boom. And then now here we're at the pogos.
Yeah. I actually thought this was a world record. That's why we pulled it
This
up.
might
but
be it. Staring
I
down
like
the
how
camera.
you're looking at the camera.
That's
yeah.
kind of the point here.
It should be a meme. It looks like you're about to pop a blood vessel.
Yeah, it probably
You know
was
what I'm
about to
saying?
pop a blood
It's
vessel.
crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty delightful, dude. Wait, we got one more cool trick. I'm sorry, if I'm hearing this opportunity.
Go ahead.
We got it
Go ahead.
because
You're
I feel like
taking-
Lynn
yeah.
Cooper's got to have a moment here. There's no point in having this whole moment not have Lynn involved to some extent. Pop up to rail. Look at that old Enjoy board. And then there it's the Lynn Cooper stance, Lynn flip, or whatever, back to rail.
Wow, bro,
look at that,
flawless.
dude.
Look, if I'm like 16 here. If this is the mountaintop I'm dying on the 9 club of that clip. This is the greatest moment of my life. Thank you, Chris.
No problem, dude.
Thanks, homie.
I just want your experience here to be everything that
You
you
really
ever
pulled
thought
that
it-
up.
thought it would be, dude.
You really pulled that clip up. I appreciate you.
Thank JC, not me.
Thanks, JC.
Yeah, there you go. Dude, Brett and Andy, thank you guys so much. Appreciate you. And until next time.
Until next time.
Thanks, homie.
Of course.
I love you both.
Yes.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for having us, Chris.
Good stuff, dude. How about the last sip?